He's tired of the typical. Listen, this is a topic that I've really been wanting to get off of my chest for a minute now. For all you guys in the chat room, all you guys looking on YouTube, I want to inform you guys again. If you are an all-star member of Players Choice, you could go to our all-star link on Discord and get the first dibs on the show for Open Gym. Number two, if you guys want to be on the show and have first dibs over everybody, you could put a super chat in with your either Instagram handle or Twitter handle. Let me know which one it is, either Twitter or IG. That way I can have you on the show as well. You can have first dibs when you are bringing a super chat in here. So always remember and keep those in mind. Mars, how you feeling, Brody?
Fantastic. Felt like I got a lot off my chest in those last 20 minutes of the panel. Felt nice being able to call people idiots. It was beautiful.
You know I'm gonna clip that up, right?
Yeah, that's great. And then the TikTok comments are gonna get mad at me, and then say I'm a casual. Say I should stick to footy. Say I've never played any sports. It's the same. It's the same stuff.
It is the same. It is the same, bro. You ready for the topic today?
Yeah, I want to. I think I know where you're going with this. I just want to know if I can support you on the train you're about to go on.
I mean, it's really simple, right? I mean, I lived through 2018. I watched damn near every postseason, damn near almost every game that he played in that postseason run. Um, and it was amazing to see. It was captivating, but taking the nostalgia off of LeBron James and just looking at it for what it is, I just look at it. Well, you went up against the Victor Oladipo Pacers team, which wasn't that much comp. You went up against the Toronto Raptors, where DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry for some reason just forget how to play basketball whenever you're in the vicinity. And then you went to game 7 with Boston Celtics team who didn't have their best player. When I look at that and the thing I see of what the masses do is that they praise this guy for making it to the finals in 2018. And I'm just looking at like it was like this monumentous feat. When I look back at it is like it's really not that monumentous when we just look at how bad the Eastern Conference was at this time. I mean, let's be real. I mean, even if you look back at the record for the Eastern Conference, it was good. But then if you look at the record they had against the Western Conference, they went 15 and 15, which goes to show you that if they were lined up in the Western Conference, they would have been scratching to make the playoffs. They would have barely made the playoffs because a 500 record, I think it will barely make you in the playoffs. And then the narratives that people run with about 2018 LeBron, the impact, the things that he does that Grace makes up so much for the lack of talent which he has on his team. All of that would have gotten negated if he was just in the other conference. So that's what I mean. The narratives and the way that the nostalgia y'all have for that run is just ridiculous in my opinion. Just because he went up against a weak Eastern Conference and made it to the finals, it's just dumb in my opinion. It really is. So
I can agree to some. I agree that obviously the Cavs wouldn't have made the finals in the West. Houston and Golden State clearly were better teams. They would have lost to whichever team came out of the West that year. I do agree that the East was mid, but I do believe you beat who's in front of you. But I'm not a big person who's like, oh, they made it to the finals. That means you did something crazy. Not really. If you beat a bunch of mids and make the finals and then lose against a team that was actually better than you, yeah, is what it is. But as long as you're not saying LeBron's play in 2018 was overrated, as in how well he was playing. As long as you're not saying he was like he's not as
mhm.
good as people say, I'm fine. If you want to say him making the finals is overblown and him getting through that East is overblown, that's cool. But if you start trying to say that yeah, LeBron wasn't that good, like that's when I'm gonna have to start disagreeing with you.
But yeah, so that's the thing that people get misconstrued about me, which is annoying. I don't really come at guys in their play. I just look at what they did. I see how people react to what they did, and it's either y'all overrated or y'all underrated, and then I just call it for what it is. And LeBron James and his play was phenomenal, but we cannot dispute the fact that he benefited heavily from playing against the weakest. I'm not gonna lie, Mars. I think that was probably the weakest Eastern Conference I've ever seen in my life. They had There was literally no team besides the Toronto Raptors where I thought that they were actually gonna beat them, but DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry shit the bed. I thought the Boston Celtics was gonna beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, but guess what? Kyrie Irving got hurt. So I can't sit here and the notion of, oh my God, LeBron James in 2018, he just did so much. The impact is so much. Nobody could do what LeBron James did in 2018. Nobody could ever do that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, I'm cursing in the first 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
5 minutes and 30 seconds. You made it
yeah.
past.
I'm like, bro, I said get out of here, bro, because that's just a lie. That's just a lie, bro. It's just a lie. I don't think that a lot of people could do what he did, but to say that Michael Jordan couldn't do what he did in 2018, I think you're severely overrating. No, you're severely forgetting how bad that Eastern Conference was and really how easy that road was to make it there,
Okay,
in my
I
opinion.
have I have a question. Remember the Houston Rockets before Chris Paul, the 2017 team where James Harden was the free seed, and people are saying he should have been the MVP, but Russ won it because of the triple double. Remember that Houston Rockets team? Ryan Anderson, Clint Capella,
Mhm.
um, Eric Gordon, all of those guys. If you put them in the 2018 East, does James Harden make the finals?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to see if we were
That
on the
that
same
team
page.
yeah, that team makes the finals. A lot of teams in the Western Conference that year would have made the finals in that East. I mean, let's be real, bro. The dude went to Game 7 with a Boston Celtics team who didn't have their best player. I get it. Jason
Or their
Tatum played.
second best player, to be honest. Gordon Hayward
Yes,
wasn't there either.
Gordon Hayward was there. I get it. Jason Tatum. They played phenomenal. They played phenomenal on the Cleveland Cavaliers, where there was not a good defensive team. They weren't. They were not that good defensively. So y'all praise these guys for weird reasons. I just don't get it. Tweet. Is this Leaf?
Yeah, Leaf is saying that's his Twitter and YouTube, so you can
Uh,
give him the link.
he wants the link. I'll send it to him real quick. Read the other super chat for me. We're gonna get him here, and then we're gonna get some All Star members here first. Starting with.
Um, it's CK. He's got to clarify his super chat from
I can't
earlier.
believe this.
Hold on. Let
So,
Mars get this off real
I
quick.
got
so
you.
CK is asking for the link, I guess, on YouTube because this is his only social media. So if you could send him the link on YouTube, he wants to clarify his Jokic Stockton
Uh,
2015 Warriors
hmm,
stuff.
I don't know how to send something on YouTube though. We'll try to get you up here. Drop the link in the chat, and we're gonna try to get him in here, bro.
I can't
But let me.
believe this. You hurt my heart, Dub. He was my guy,
I
bro.
know you're a
You hurt my
LeBron
heart,
guy,
man.
bro, but we gotta be real. We
You hurt
gotta
my
be
heart, man.
real.
What
We
can't you
gotta be
believe?
real.
No, man. It's just I don't know. Just the
Not.
way he was talking about it. I mean, I don't disagree that in the West they wouldn't have made it as deep, but to sit here and downplay what he had to overcome in the playoffs, regardless of his what like the team that he had. I mean, he was down against Indiana. The only sweep that he had was against the Raptors, and LeBron by himself almost outscored Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. He had more rebounds than both of them combined. He almost had more assists than both of them combined, and he swept them. And then to be down 2-0 to Boston, yes, you're right. They were missing Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, but they were still down 2-0. And to come back and beat them in 7 in the way that he did, having, what was it, 45 points in game 5 and game 6, he had 46 or something like that in back-to-back games, hitting those daggers over Jason Tatum and all that. To beat them in 7 the way that he did, come on, bro. You're downplaying.
But
You're
but
downplaying that,
that's the
bro.
thing. That's the thing. That's the thing that even Mars highlighted in the beginning. I'm not downplaying his play. I'm not saying that he didn't play great. I'm not saying he didn't dominate the way he was supposed to dominate. The only point I'm saying is to sit here and praise him for beating one of the weakest Eastern conferences I've ever seen in my lifetime is severely overblown. Especially you just named off him outscoring and out assisting Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. That's not moving me, especially when I consider the fact that DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry severely underperformed in that postseason series. They severely, like, oh my God, I don't think I've seen a team just break down just because of the greatness of one man. I've never seen it like that ever in my life. And that's what they did. So even though, yes, that stat sounds amazing, if the team
No, it
performed
is
like
amazing. It,
it
it
is,
is
it is,
amazing.
it sounds amazing, but if the team performed like shit,
But you said that you thought they were gonna lose anyways. Did you
I
not?
thought they were gonna lose because I didn't expect Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan to severely underperform. So when I
Okay.
look LeBron, I knew LeBron was gonna be LeBron no matter what, right? I
Okay.
knew he was gonna do exactly what he was gonna do. I didn't expect Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan to falter the way that they did. So I look at that series right there more like a choke job. DeMar and Lowry choked. We all knew what LeBron was gonna do against Toronto. We all knew that. And Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan choked. Because in my opinion, there was no excuse they should have lost to that team. None.
Indiana, and then didn't they go 7 games with Indiana as well? They did, didn't they? And they
Mm-hmm.
were
They did go to
down.
seven.
They were down, and I thought they were. I thought they would have lost against Indiana too.
They were down. They were
They were
down
down. They were down
2-1.
2-1 or something like that, and then
They
they
were
tied it
down.
3-3, and they won
Yeah,
in
they were
7.
down. They were down 2-1. But I mean, that Indiana Pacers team, like I said, like it wasn't this crazy
But they
team.
matched. But regardless, they matched up well with Cleveland. Cleveland wasn't a crazy team either. They had blown it all up at halfway through the season. And then
Mhm.
they did get better, but regardless, when you blow up a team halfway through a season, you still got to work into that.
Mhm.
So it's like I feel like even with saying that Cleveland's run is overrated, it's still downplaying them as a team together as well because they weren't even the same team they were when the season started. They traded everybody, and they did get better, yes, but we're like any
They
team.
trade. They traded a lot of people so that they could find people to benefit LeBron James
Right,
and his
right,
game and
but
his
but
game
but
style, right?
regardless, when you trade a team halfway through the season, you still have to you like it's still a hard task to do what they did with as little and as in as little time as they did it in.
But LeBron James got people that he knew was gonna benefit his game. That's what he did. Let's not act as if he didn't have a hand in that. He had a hand, and you know what? We're gonna get guys that's gonna complement my style. That's exactly what he did. And that Indiana Pacers team in that year, Victor Oladipo was good and everything, but they were not. They were not that good of a team. They weren't. They just wasn't. They took the Cavs to Game 7, which is fine. But you just said by your own admission, the Cleveland Cavaliers team wasn't that great. So even though that they're going to Game 7, how much does that move you? If the Pacers were in the West, they wouldn't have been that good of a team in the West. If that same Pacers team was in the East this year, they wouldn't be that good of a team this year. It just wouldn't. And that's the point I'm just making. LeBron played great. He played phenomenal. But at the end of the day, we cannot dismiss the fact that him going to that finals was extremely predicated on not only his play, but how weak that East was as well. Want to get some more
Okay.
people up in here?
Yeah, a couple people have given their links. You got
Oh,
Angel and Christopher
Mars, real
D.
quick.
If you
I
can
wanna
get
I
them
wanna
their links.
I wanna get what I was talking about earlier. Hold on, check this out. I wanna ask you something. I have a clip. I want you to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Check it
Go
out.
ahead.
What was you watching? Paul George when he has to create for himself is not that
So did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So you said Paul George when he has to create for himself is not that great.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, you said that with him in a basketball game where he has unlimited dribbles. So when you limit his dribbles to 3, how is he supposed to create for himself
Dope cooking right now, man.
in a 1v1, especially against LeBron?
Get ready to
I just want to know.
when because that was the conversation where I was talking about Russell Westbrook was
Yes.
making life easier for Paul.
Yes.
The difference between creating for yourself in a 5-on-5 NBA game is because there's help defense. It's usually not isolation. It's not limited to free dribbles. It's a very different game. Free dribble 1-on-1, that's predicated on getting to a spot on the floor where there's
I know
no
how that
help
works.
defense. Creating a good shot. Paul George creating for himself in a 5-on-5 NBA game. The reason why I said that's not that he's still capable and he's still good because he can still score.
Okay.
The reason I said it's not that great
My
is
bad, Mars.
because
Let me cut in real quick. For people dropping in their handles, make sure you tell me if it's a IG or Twitter. So put IG, whatever your handle is, or Twitter, whatever your handle is. Go ahead, Mars.
the reason why I said Paul George creating for himself is not that great in an NBA setting is when he's creating for himself, it's a lot more. He's using ball screens. There's help defense. This floor isn't as spread as it would be in a 1-on-1. So him creating for himself in those situations he's going to be taking less efficient shots simply due to the fact that there's more people around him. So that's why I'm saying him creating in that sense isn't that great. One-on-one, like for example, Jaylen Brown, I think would be an excellent one-on-one player. Him creating for himself in a 5-on-5 NBA game, also not that great because there's different elements to it, which is why one-on-one doesn't really translate to the NBA. So it's like, I do stand by what I said in the clip, Paul George creating for himself. As we've seen with the Clippers this year without Kawhi, the offense is stinky. It's terrible because it's not that sustainable. That's just not who Paul George is. But when you have someone who can create for him and create for others and have a primary playmaker like a Russell Westbrook, you can really see Paul George thrive because his game is predicated on attacking closeouts, attacking people when someone else has collapsed the defense, and him being able to create the shot with quick moves. Creating for himself is like...
Yeah, I was looking at posting the clips and stuff, and I had seen that, and I was like, I just wanted to make sure.
Dub, can I ask you a question? Can you do something for me? Can you just admit that you hate LeBron and that you don't?
No, he's speaking facts. Why y'all says hate when the best?
See, this is the thing. See, you can't. Dub has. If you think Dub hates LeBron,
hate him,
that doesn't make sense because
Dubs
revealed a big revelation.
He doesn't hate LeBron.
Dubs revealed a big revelation to me in recent weeks, which I would say,
bro, just agree that the Eastern Conference, bro, was a weak conference that year, bro. It was.
I don't know why we don't.
It was garbage. It was.
Was it a weak conference? Yeah.
The only competition you had was just LeBron himself. You had nobody that can literally
stand with LeBron James and literally compete. Switching in that for LeBron, and they get as far.
Giannis, you can switch. You can switch Giannis.
Michael
You can
Jordan.
switch Kawhi. You can switch Jordan. If we talking about the game today, you can switch Giannis, Kawhi, Curry. All them niggas, they would have got to the Eastern Conference, man. Stop it. Stop. East was garbage. It was big.
The only reason
Giannis lost that year.
The only reason Giannis got to the finals is because the East was weak and there was no
man. So let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me ask you something.
If the only reason Giannis got to the finals because the East is weak.
Let me ask you something. What conference was tougher? The 2021 the Eastern Conference or the 2000? What was it? 18 Eastern Conference. Which conference was tougher?
18 Eastern Conference was tougher, in my opinion.
Are you on crack, bro? Are you on crack? Get off that crack cocaine.
I don't agree with
that.
that.
You talking about the year Giannis won?
Right, the crack on. Man, what are you talking about?
Are you talking?
Are you smoking?
Are you referring to the year Giannis won the chip?
Yes,
2021.
Yes. I think that because the only team he had to play was the Nets, who were already injured, and KD has never proven by himself they can win a ring.
Oh my goodness, bro!
Who do you play in the?
Are you looking at just who Giannis faced?
Who did he play in Eastern
The
Conference?
whole.
He played Atlanta. He played Atlanta.
Are you looking at all the teams?
He played. Hold on.
Hold on. The worst Eastern Conference.
The Miami Heat. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. The Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks is better than any. Hold on, the Atlanta Hawks is better than any team that LeBron James faced outside the Celtics.
Wasn't fucking
the Brooklyn Nets in 2021. Are you serious? The team that hold on. The team that hold on, bro. The team that just won the NBA Finals in the Miami Heat. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Nigga, show your face.
No, hold on. Let me ask you something. Maybe the teams who LeBron James faced in that conference.
What do you mean?
In the
in the 2018 conference, maybe the team LeBron James faced.
Was the Boston team that LeBron beat in 2018 better than the Hawks team that Giannis beat in 2021?
I would give you that. Now, hold on. Now, name me a team. Hold on. Name me a team that's better than the Nets.
Toronto Raptors that year.
Are you okay? Yeah, you all right. Something wrong with you.
Are you just talking about
the Brooklyn Nets with KD, who was the top 2 team in the
East? Got hurt?
Stop it.
Or after?
Hold on. Maybe another team. Hold on. Maybe another team. Hold on. Name me another team that was better than the goddamn defending finals appearance in the Miami Heat, defending Eastern Conference champions in the Miami Heat. Name me another team that was better than that.
No, the Miami Heat was terrible that year.
They were terrible.
Man, stop it, bro. That Heat was garbage. That East was garbage. Stop it.
Raptors, bro.
That East was garbage.
He was terrible.
That East was garbage. That Boston
Celtics was terrible. Hold on, bro. That Boston Celtics team that y'all mentioned, bro. That was a young, inexperienced Boston Celtics team. A rookie Jason Tatum, a rookie Jaylen Brown, who was not the experienced player that he was. An Al Horford who was out of his goddamn prime. Get the hell out of here, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Bro. Bro, what I'm saying is this: that Eastern Conference at 18 was garbage. Mid, everybody, it's crazy. Hold on, it's crazy how fanboys. Hold on, it's crazy. Hold on, it's crazy how fanboys like y'all. It's crazy how fanboys like. Hold on, bro. It's crazy how fanboys like y'all are glossing on the fact. Hold on, it's crazy how y'all glossing on the fact that LeBron James beat DeMar DeRozan, who had mental breakdowns in the locker room because they played LeBron James. You brought on the fact that LeBron James beat Kyle Lowry, who already submitted, said they were going to lose before the series started. What are we doing here, bro? Stop it, man.
Did LeBron
Stop it. Stop. That East was garbage. You can replace any of these players. You can replace any player in that East. They'd have got to the final just like LeBron James, bro. All y'all do is praise back. You play
What's your question, BMG? Hold up, radio. What's your question, bro?
Are you saying that 2018 was worse than 2001? The East?
Yes, it was.
Crazy.
It was.
It was
far worse. It was far worse.
All the teams that made the playoffs, all the teams in the East. All the teams in the East, or just like that playoff?
The East as a whole was worse than the East in 2001, in 2018, especially in the postseason. The fact that the Boston Celtics lost Kyrie Irving, and Toronto Raptors.
I mean, the Milwaukee
Dub.
That was the year Toronto literally won the most wins in history.
Boston Celtics that LeBron James had the pleasure to face.
The Bucks should have got out of the first round.
He played a Toronto Raptors team where Pascal Siakam was not developed yet. They played a DeMar DeRozan, where you know what DeMar DeRozan represents.
Wait, Dub.
He played a Kyle Lowry who's been inconsistent up and down.
Hold on.
Stop it, bro. He didn't play nobody.
Dub. In 2018, the Cavs were 50-32. Third place in the West was 49-33.
Okay.
So
what are you saying?
You were saying that they would have barely made the
but they won 50 games playing other Eastern Conference teams.
But they played
West.
That
doesn't
make sense.
Okay, then so put LeBron on the Western. This is why Dub's hypothetical is stupid. Because with the whole thing, you got to put LeBron on a Western Conference team.
No, the hypothetical was just
Wait,
hold on, Mars.
Cleveland in the Western Conference. That's what it was.
But you can't if they don't play. You see what I'm. But the thing is, the justification you use, Mars, is because they played Eastern Conference team. Well, then it's a weird flip.
The assumption is based off of what that Cleveland Cavaliers team showed me. They showed me that they went up when they went up against the Western Conference team, they went 15-15. That's what they did. So it's safe to assume that if they were in the Western Conference, that end was they're not beating the fucking Houston Rockets, and they're not beating the Golden State Warriors. They're not doing it.
Okay, so is Boston beat? So I don't understand how that minimizes.
Boston's not beating them either.
Weird. They're not beating the champs, and then the people that played, like. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so LeBron wouldn't have made the finals, so people wouldn't have been gassing him up.
Okay,
that's what
argument about LeBron in 2018.
He's saying LeBron made the finals. He's saying LeBron made the finals as a beneficiary of the
But if you're saying all of 2018,
when LeBron James left, when LeBron James left East, that's when the Eastern Conference got tougher.
Oh yeah, what's your name in the middle? What's your name right here?
LeBron James had the luxury. Hold on, everybody. Do y'all know LeBron James' 8 straight appearance that he went to the NBA Finals? He only played one first team All NBA.
So how come no one else?
Luka Doncic last year in a playoff faced more first team All NBA players than LeBron James faced in his 8 straight appearances for the NBA Finals. That's when you tell me that the competition in the Eastern Conference was garbage, ladies and gentlemen. It was garbage. It was pure mid, and your man had a luxury of playing in it, bro.
This is corny, bro.
It's facts. Why do you hate facts? Why do you hate facts?
This is facts, bro.
Wait. I want to ask you something. LeBron did. I want to ask you something.
Hold on, hold up, BMG. When Mark tells me that the 2001 that AI had was mid, I don't sit here and argue against that. I don't think it was trash, but can I be like, you know what? It was pretty mid. It was pretty mid.
Can I ask you a question?
That's me applying the same energy to everybody.
How far does that AI team get in the Eastern Conference in 2018?
They get to the finals.
Well,
Hell no.
I'm not doing that.
Hell
Hold on,
no.
you telling me? Hey, Dub, you
You're
telling me
expecting
that Eastern Conference
2001 basketball to translate
Hell.
17 years later? That doesn't make sense.
There you
I
go.
know it's a stupid
No.
hypothetical. That's why it's
One superstar with a bunch of
You
statistics.
can say hypotheticals
No
are dumb, but
faces?
the difference between just switching a team's conference and transporting a team 17 years into the future.
I
is
agree.
drastically
It's a
different.
bit different,
But brother,
dumb, 'cause you got to put LeBron in the Western Conference. They're not playing a
you
Western
know
Conference.
how so LeBron was in the MVP race that year, right? Do you think he should have been
Cool.
MVP?
What that's supposed to mean?
No,
Yeah, he
I don't
should have
think
been
so.
No,
in
I
the
want
MVP
to. I want to ask Kim because he's defending LeBron. Do you think LeBron should have been MVP that year over Harden?
Not that year.
So you just think 2018 LeBron was like not overrated, but his season as a whole, like regular season, was mid.
I just
Because I thought it was because I saw how trash he was defensively, leaving dudes open. I was watching every game, and he would leave his man open for three, then yell at his teammate for the guy making the shot. And I'd be like, LeBron, what are you doing?
Can I ask you a
You
question?
left him open. You like, what up?
I mean, I swear we just don't evaluate other players like this, and it's weird to me why we were down playing a run where he was hitting crazy shots, game winners, exquisite performances, Game 7 master classes.
Because he had nobody to
they're talking about the competition. They're not talking about him as
okay, fine. Who else is doing that to that competition? Name the player.
Just Michael.
I told you. Michael Jordan, Giannis.
If you have to name
Luka, Kawhi.
Played that year in the playoffs.
No, hold on. It's not even. I'm not even gonna name. I'm just gonna name today's players. Giannis, Kawhi. All them other guys is gonna do that. Stop it, bro.
Not doing it.
Huh?
Not Steph. I don't know about Steph.
Hold on. You tell
You have to read.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, bro. You telling me Kawhi Leonard want to do that? You want to have the same results like he had in 2019? You're an idiot. 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 I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you're an idiot. I'm gonna tell you why you're an idiot. Because number one, Kawhi Leonard in 2019 in the playoffs played a tough Eastern Conference competition. They played a stacked Philadelphia 76 team with Embiid. Hold on. Let me talk. I'll let you talk. Hold on. Kawhi Leonard faced a tough Eastern Conference in 2019, right? Playing a stacked Philadelphia 76ers team with Joel Embiid. Yeah, do you understand who that was on the team? Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, JJ Redick. Do I got to name more?
Were they good?
All right, Hold on. Then he played a 60-win Milwaukee Bucks team, ladies and gentlemen, that had the MVP there, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was down 0-2. Hold on. In that playoffs, he was putting up historical. In that playoffs, he was putting up historical numbers in the playoffs. He wasn't putting up historical numbers in the playoffs in 2019.
Yes, he was.
Are you an idiot? Are you an idiot?
We ain't about to disrespect 2019 Kawhi, bro.
Kawhi Leonard against tough defensive competition in the 2019 playoffs was putting up historical numbers in the playoffs. He was top 3 all time in points, total points per point scored. He was top 5. He was top 3 all time in the most points scored in a playoff series. You telling me he want to do? Hold on. You telling me he won't do that against the mid? You telling me he want to do that against the? Hold on. You telling me he want to do that against the Victor Oladipo led Indiana Pacers, the DeMar DeRozan led Toronto Raptors?
Let me ask y'all this. Wait. Let me ask y'all this.
That much better than the Cavaliers in 2018.
Can I ask y'all this question, please? Because I want to talk about this Super Jet too. Yo, outside of Golden State, who did the Rockets really beat? The Timberwolves and the Utah Jazz team led by Ricky Rubio and the rookie Donovan Mitchell. Get the fuck out of here. LeBron would have ran through both of those teams. So let me ask y'all this, right?
Yeah, he probably would.
If the Victor Oladipo Pacers team took LeBron James to Game 7, what do you think that the Damian Lillard led Portland Trailblazers team would have done?
I don't know.
What do you think? No. What do you think that the Russell Westbrook Paul George Pacers team would have
Are you
done.
kidding?
Out in 5, bro. Out in 5.
All right, bro.
Take them out then.
All right,
Take
bro.
them out.
You
Take
got
them out
no
then.
dub. You know,
Take them
dub.
out
I'll
then.
give you.
Take them.
I trust
The
Dame
Pacers
more
wasn't
than
playing
the
defense
Bro,
like that
Dame-
either.
this-
The Pacers.
so
I'll take
Dame-
it.
No. Hold up.
So
The
Dan wasn't
Pacers.
able to beat that team, Paul George and Russell Westbrook, but LeBron wouldn't.
Okay, cool. Take them out.
No, it wouldn't.
Take them out then. Take them
The
out. Forget
Dame, the
that point.
Trailblazers,
But
that
the
probably goes seven.
Trailblazers, do you think that the Trailblazers would have beaten that LeBron James team who went to Game 7 with the Victor Oladipo Pacers who wasn't playing defense like that?
Dub,
either?
look,
taking
Dub.
LeBron.
They
What
probably
are we
could.
doing?
They probably
would've beat
would.
that
They
Blazers
probably
team, man.
would.
Stop
They
it,
probably be
bro.
a 7, but I
They
can see
would've
them
beat
They
losing
that
would have
Blazers
lost
team,
too.
man.
They would have
Cut it out,
lost.
bro.
But back
They
to
would have beat that
Bro,
Blazers
only
team,
you
team
said
bro.
wait.
might
You
lose
said
to
that
are Golden
if
State,
you
bro. Are
you
they
talking about
both
Kawhi Leonard in
apples?
2019, and I would say
Yes.
Kawhi, I could probably see Kawhi doing that. But
No,
are
he's
you
not.
saying
Yes, you
that?
could.
Why
Hold
not?
on,
Yes, you
wait, hold on.
That
You saying that
Pelicans
Raptors
team, that
team?
Pelicans team might have beat
If
them
you're
too,
not,
bro. I'm not even
hold
gonna
on,
lie to you,
wait.
bro.
If you're gonna say that, do you think the Raptors team without
If
Kawhi in 2019 is that much better than the Cavaliers in 2018 without LeBron?
Yes.
Hold on.
that is
'cause-
tough.
Ibaka.
If you switch
listen.
everybody in 2018,
I'm
if
just
you
looking
switch,
at like
if you switch
matchups, like
if you
how
switch
they fit
DeMar
with
DeRozan
Kawhi.
with Kawhi Leonard, they would have had the same success as the Cavaliers in that weak Eastern Conference,
No, they
bro.
wouldn't. No,
But yes,
they
they would. They got
Do
to the
y'all know?
finals.
Do y'all know
Look at the
who's
competition.
No, because I'm trying to see like, are you
Competition is
saying?
garbage.
crazy, bro.
Do
You
y'all
think
know
that Kawhi would
LeBron's
fit
second
with that
highest
I can't believe
scorer
Cavaliers
you're,
team
in
like
that
I
he did
can't
with
believe you're
Atlanta?
caping for Kawhi over LeBron.
You
ever
can't name me at least one player that was top 5 in that conference. In
Listen,
the
do
East
y'all
Conference.
understand?
Can't even name me
Listen,
one player that was in the
in the
conference that was
first
top
round
5.
against Indiana, do y'all know who
No,
was the
I
second
mean,
leading scorer
Giannis
for
was
LeBron
coming, but I
against
don't
the
know if he
Pacers?
was top 5 yet.
Kevin Love.
With 11
Giannis was
fucking
coming.
points a game.
11.
Okay,
His second
Hey,
best fucking
name
scorer.
me one
Who
team.
Go ahead,
was
Bud.
the second
Go ahead.
leading scorer in the Toronto series? Who was the second leading scorer in the Toronto series? And then tell me how many he averaged.
Hey, the Raptors
It
didn't
was
even.
Kevin Love, but he
Come
stepped
on
up.
now.
And how much did he average? How much did he
Let me
average?
look for
Oh,
it.
Kevin Love had a
Hold
good
on. Let me
series
look
against
for it.
Toronto.
Okay,
look
so
for
why
it.
you
Hey,
gonna
hold on,
disrespect him
hold
in
on.
one
Let me look
series
for
and then
it.
say
Let me look
LeBron
for
had no help
Let
against
me
Toronto?
no, because he's talking about some LeBron would have lost.
Well, how great was Kevin Love?
Hey, let me ask you something. Name me one
LeBron
team.
played
I
great
love
against
it.
It's the
Toronto. LeBron played great
Raptors,
against
bro.
Toronto.
Hey, my
LeBron
point
played
is,
great against
you
Toronto.
can't
It's swept under the rug.
Listen,
In
Kevin
fairness,
Love plays
the
bad against
Raptors
Indiana.
were
Oh,
okay.
LeBron has no help.
Oh my
Kevin
God,
Love plays
bro.
great against
Facts,
Toronto.
facts,
Oh
Mark,
my
facts.
God, LeBron's carrying. Like, no matter what.
Y'all
LeBron has no
hypocrites,
help, no matter
bro.
what. When Kevin Love
Yeah,
plays well,
hey,
LeBron has
I,
no help. When
I
Kevin Love
forgot
plays
that y'all
trash,
talking
LeBron has
about
no
the
help.
Bro, I
Pelicans.
was saying
I
that
forgot
because
that y'all talking about the Pelicans.
When
They
Kevin
never
Love
probably
played
lost
well,
to
he
them.
gets majority of the goddamn credit, man. Y'all,
What difference does
y'all
that
gotta
make?
stop
It
this,
didn't make a
bro.
Hey,
difference.
that's all. Hey, I will say this about LeBron
I
fans.
can't even
Y'all
talk.
do,
This
y'all
shit is
do,
weird,
y'all
bro.
do that
I
shit.
can't even talk. Forget
Y'all
about
be
it. Forget
hating,
about it.
bro.
Just forget what I
It's
said, bro.
weird.
Forget what I said.
It's not hating, it's facts, bro. Y'all just so
Forget what the
blinded
fuck.
Look,
and not being
look.
realistic when you analyzing
What you
players,
gotta
bro.
say, Gabe?
Nah,
Gabe,
bro,
what you
forget
gotta
about
say?
it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
You don't have to be like
LeBron's the
that,
second
Gabe.
greatest
What you
player of
gotta
all
say?
time.
I'm
It's
trying to get it
okay.
off of me called an idiot, LeBron this, LeBron like, bro. I'm trying to bring up a point, and I can't even get it off. I got 4 people talking over me, bro.
Is it about stats?
It's open
No, it's
gym,
not
though, but
about stats, bro.
what
It's
you
about
gotta
what
say?
you
What
said.
you gotta say? What
It's
you
about
gotta
what
say?
Rated R has said, bro, because he's talking about he's trying to underrate LeBron's performance against the Pacers. Like, I'm not gonna deny Kevin Love played good against the
You go about
Raptors.
to read them stats again.
Oh my god, bro. Can you shut the fuck up and let me talk? Damn.
Man, watch your mouth, bro.
I don't got no, I don't got
Watch your mouth,
Hold
nigga.
on,
Let me
fellas.
talk,
Hold
bro.
Watch
on,
your
fellas.
fucking
Hold on,
mouth,
fellas.
nigga.
Hold on,
I'm trying to
fellas.
talk,
Hold
Watch
on.
your mouth,
Hold
nigga.
on, I'm
You know
gonna
Kevin
tell
Love
you
is
how
the
to
Talking to a
cool
big
down.
dog, bro.
Hold on,
Watch
hold
your
on, hold on.
crazy to me.
Yo, come on, fellas. This is open gym, bro. We don't have to get like that. You know, we could have insults with each other, but let's keep it respectful, fellas. All right.
I'm
So
in
what
the
would you
Hey,
say?
gym.
Doug,
What
they
would you
would have
say,
cut
Gabe?
me out over LeBron, Doug.
No, it's
What
not.
you
Hey,
gotta
but
say,
hey,
Gabe?
I'm not hard.
wait, is LeBron your goat
That
though?
is crazy,
Hold on, let
bro.
Gabe
Talk, bro.
get this
I'm
off.
just
Let
trying to
Gabe get
talk.
this off. Let
I'm
Gabe
just
get
trying to
this
talk.
off, though. Let Gabe
That's
get this
the
off.
only
Go
reason
ahead,
I'm
Gabe.
pressed. I'm trying to talk and I can't.
Go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Let me contain my composure. Give me a second. Okay.
Yeah, calm
So,
down. Calm down.
So my bad though, Rated R. I got respect for everybody, bro. My bad.
It's cool. Go ahead.
So I was trying to say that Rated R has said, Jesus Christ, that my God, that fuck, I forgot what he said now because this shit got me hot. I was hot, bro. I forgot.
He called y'all idiots. That's what he said.
No, he had said some shit about the Pacers, bro, and that's why I went go looking for it. I had forgot what the fuck
I said the Victor Oladipo made Pacers. That was me.
And this is my point about this whole.
Right. Okay. That's what you had said.
We haven't spoke about his actual play this one time because it was that great.
No,
we really haven't even spoken about We've just been talking about hypotheticals.
I mean,
look.
I mean,
What you gotta say, Gabe? What you gotta say, Gabe?
So he was saying that the Indiana Pacers were mid, right? But against Indiana, his second leading scorer, regardless of who the fuck it was 11 points a game. How is that that's not mid at all?
So let me ask you this.
Who's that player though?
It was Kevin Love, but
yeah, Kevin Love. Let me ask you
this.
Did I
I thought you were talking about the Pacers.
No. It was Kevin, compared to LeBron. Because
you said his teammate.
LeBron, I'm not. Kevin Love stepped it up in the second round, but for that series, he underplayed terribly for what it was.
So
Gabe, he stepped up the game seven.
Can I ask one question?
Go ahead, Mars. Go ahead.
The Indiana Pacers. How much did their second leading scorer average?
Let me check.
12.
Was it the same?
I don't know.
They had a lot of
I
people.
don't know either.
Double
I just looked
figures,
for. I just
they had a
looked
lot
for
of
it.
people. They had a lot of people.
Because
Double figures,
the third was J.R. Smith with 8. So I don't know. But
didn't LeBron go to the back with cramps in the fourth quarter? Is Kevin Love kept them?
Bogdanovich.
So look,
Had
Oladipo
12,
22,
Sabonis had
Bogdanovich 12, Sabonis 12, Miles Turner 12, Darren Collison 11,
four
Thaddeus
people in
Young
double
11,
figures.
and Lance Stevenson 10.
So you said, hold
They
on.
had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in double figures, and LeBron
and
only
who's
had
who's their second leading scorer?
And Cavaliers had
It
2.
was Bogdanovich with 12.
If you if you have Bogdanovich as your second leading scorer on your team, that screams mid.
Bro, if you have 7,
No, but look, it was 7 players in double figures.
That screams mid, bro.
No, but
I mean, you proving my point. You cooking yourself, bro.
No, I'm not, because my point is LeBron only had 1, which was less than that, and the Pacers had 7 in double figures.
Yeah, but usually when guys play with LeBron James, their overall production has gone down because this man's dominate the ball in more of the offensive coordinator and predicated for LeBron James to dominate, bro.
It happens with everyone that dominates the ball.
Oh wait, I want to ask the fellow
so many narratives
LeBron fans, LeBron guys. I want to ask y'all something. Just because we're debating this 2018. And I'm guessing that y'all saying that this is probably like LeBron. Do you think this is top 5 LeBron's greatest runs? Whatever.
No.
No, it's fine.
Do y'all think it's better than 07?
Yes. Well,
outside to 7, top 5. Yeah.
Hold on. Why you say it's top? Why y'all say it was this 18 is his top? Like you say is this? Y'all say 18 is the best.
07 was more impressive. 07 was more impressive.
07
I don't know. Because when
07 was mid too, though.
I say safely 7. I say safely.
I mean, but LeBron's team was even worse than that.
I gotta think about it.
Yeah,
LeBron's team was the
he was even worse than 07.
The comp. Well, let's not dispute the fact.
07 was what? Washington, New Jersey, and then
that New Jersey team wasn't. Who had Vince? They
were 5 phases. He faced. Hold on. I got y'all with the facts. He faced 2 500 teams. He faced 2 teams that were at a 500 record. On top of that, he faced a Detroit Pistons team that didn't have Ben Wallace. That
was mid.
So it's not downplaying it. It's just understanding what the fuck happened.
I mean,
in the first round against Washington,
you never analyze the.
Doug, can you tell me who was this first round competition? It was a Washington Wizards team that was missing Gilbert Arenas, and they was really mid as well. Yeah, nah.
I mean, most of LeBron's competition in the first round outside of
the first round is supposed to be mid. That's an 8th seed, bro. Or like you're at
outside of 07 was mid too as well.
They were the 7th seed.
Outside of Phoenix,
in any playoff series, your first round competition compared to your team is supposed to be mid.
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron been having some mid competition in the East.
Playing a mid team in the first round. They play a mid team without their best player.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm saying in general, any team that's a high seed in the first round, your competition is gonna be mid compared to your team.
Let me ask you, Dub, how was KD's was it 2021 run or any of the runs?
2021, he won one series.
He won one series.
Any of the other runs? How were they? Were they great?
KD's runs?
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the West most of the year, so I don't know.
His run in 2012 was good.
2012 was pretty productive.
He was in the West.
Everyone is different. I'll give you an example.
Are you talking about just to the finals or just
when he was on Golden State? How those runs?
2017, I look at it like, you really didn't beat nobody. The one time where I thought that they was gonna struggle was against the San Antonio Spurs, but then they did beat LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and you feel me, the champs that was just the year before. So I mean that's what happened. That's calm. I don't look at the
KD for those player fronts though. That's the
they don't. They really don't.
No one's like, oh, KD got through the West in 2017. No one says that. No one cares.
Because it was expected. Like if you don't get to the
that's
West,
fine. So why bring it up? No one's
to.
comparing this to KD.
So,
I don't understand why we choose 2018 and downplay it. It was a great run
because he's LeBron.
The competition is garbage.
He's the GOAT.
He's
the greatest of all time.
We gotta find some middle ground. It wasn't garbage. It wasn't.
And I already told you about 4 or 5 players that can do that same.
I mean, he's better than Kobe. Other than that, he's the GOAT. You know,
hold on.
Second greatest player ever.
If he's a second or first greatest player of all time, you know.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I gotta bring some other people on here. I appreciate you guys for pulling
Look
up.
at Mars. I already heard your list, Mars. You can't even lie.
Hey, Dub, man, you know what it is.
I know more than 5 players.
Appreciate you for pulling up, man, for real, bro.
Hey, Dub, keep cooking, Dub. See, Dub be speaking of facts, bro. Y'all just make.
Didn't you say Derek Carr was better than Lamar Jackson?
We don't have to get into that.
Oh no!
We don't have to get into that.
Wait, Dub. I gotta wait. So there was more 50-win teams in the East than there were in the West that year in 2018. Do you care about that at all, or is that just?
I don't analyze teams based off of record.
Based
There was also a lot of teams that were 48, 49 wins.
Yeah, it was the top 4 in the East was 50, and then only the top 2 teams in the West were plus 50-win teams, but not by a lot. The Trailblazers had 49, Thunder had 48, Jazz at 48.
The West was like it was just Houston and Golden State. They were the only 2 real.
Well, the Pelicans too. The Pelicans,
wasn't that the
Pelicans? That was the Boogie Cousins year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He got hurt though, which is sad. I was excited.
Yeah, the Pelicans could have been another contender.
I think the Portland Trailblazers and the Pelicans could have beaten that Cleveland Cavalier team in 2018.
I'm never gonna bet on that Portland Trailblazers team.
I feel you on that. But if nobody guarding Damian Lillard, bro, that means he's just gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
but LeBron will go crazy too.
Terry Stotts is oof.
That's a negative. That. I'm trying to get one of these guys who brought in a super chat, but they didn't read their message, man. Super chat from Christopher D, bro. Dub, the Trailblazers got swept by the Pelicans. They not beating LeBron in any series. As I said before, the Trailblazers and the Pelicans will probably beat LeBron James there. So I don't have to address that again.
The Pelicans might have mocked Cleveland if they played them.
I think so too.
5 games.
Oh, wait. And then we're going to get CK up in here.
Man.
The East was so watered down in 2018. They started the new All-Star game style of drafting teams instead of conference versus conference because of how bad that Eastern Conference team was. Keep it basketball, all the extra stuff, let it go. And that year for the 2018 Cavs, please name me someone that can facilitate the offense, lead the team in rebounds, blocks, steals, and still put up 27 points per game.
And not only that about the 2018 season, about that All-Star game shit. LeBron was politicking for that shit 4 years before. It's just David Stern didn't want to push the button. That's what it really was, man. Like so really, like he had to wait for Mr. Mackey head ass Adam Silver, man, to come up in there from South Park, man, and that's how he got this shit to where it is today. And it's kind of garbage. All-Star Weekend is probably the most unwatchable shit in basketball today. So, like, I'm just what's funny to me is, bro, like it's been 5 years, bro, like, and he's still slurping off this LeBron run, like it's the best thing smoking. Like, if people, my thing is, bro, Dub, bro, you gonna beat it in the people's head, bro. Like, listen, LeBron is.
We're gonna do it today. We're going to do it today. I want to address that last super chat, though. That's why I say, like, people just be stupid as hell. Nobody's taking away LeBron James and the way that he plays basketball. Let's clarify that, number one.
I am.
Nobody's taking... You can. You can. Me personally, nobody's taking that away from him. Nobody at all. Nobody's sitting here saying LeBron James isn't good at basketball. Nobody's saying he isn't one of the best players ever in NBA history. All that we're saying is
put the OVO hat on when you do that.
The OVO hat on. I don't got no fucking OVO hat. What you talking about? Man, I only like two light skinned people. That one of them is on this panel, bro. Like that's
fire. All we're saying is that 2018 run is overblown, and it's because of you LeBron fans act as if Michael Jordan, and that's my main point. Y'all really act as if Michael Jordan couldn't do this. That's my issue. Y'all think that 2018 Braun was the greatest basketball player you've ever seen in your life. That is a fucking lie. That is a lie.
And Dub, another thing to add on to that, man, like I realized the more years that passed, the more smoke that only LeBron fans got for Jordan. This all of this smoke is for Jordan, bro, who ain't touched a basketball, who ain't touched an NBA court in what 20 years now. It's 20 years since LeBron came in the league, September 2003, upcoming to 20 years, and it's been 20 years since Jordan left. Jordan left in April 2023. And LeBron came in September 2023. Like, bro, we excuse me, November 2023. We gotta stop this shit, man. Come, like, why is like 2003? I said 2023. My bad. Yeah, you corrected me. My fault. Smart ass. Yeah, but yeah, like. I'm trying to figure out why is it all of this smoke for Jordan? Yo, Jordan couldn't have did. I'm like,
how can anyone take anything you say seriously when you just said you don't think LeBron good at basketball?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, I mean, if you really think about it,
you said that, I stopped listening. You obviously full of shit.
He's not that good.
Man, listen,
right.
Listen. Disclaimer.
Mars, you a troll.
Hold up.
He's all right.
It ain't even trolling, bro. Like this disclaimer is fuck LeBron, Curry, and Kevin Durant. In on that order, bro. I don't care how you feel about it.
You just hate greatness. You just hate greatness.
No. When you say Curry, he hate greatness, but when it's LeBron,
no, all of them is just hating on greatness. But really, LeBron's not that good.
He coming in already like his anti-bias.
Like, I'm gonna leave it at that, bro. All of this shit is opinionated, bro, and that's how I'm leaving it, bro. Like, let's go, bro. Come on, man.
Pretty good.
This heat in OKC game pretty good. But
why is that good?
I mean, it's competitive.
OKC was down. OKC was down 6 last time I looked. What's the score now?
98-102. They're both pretty much liking each other up. But oh yeah, Dub, I got to cook you right quick. So it's a number of things you said that, man. Okay, so one, I hear you talk about the competition a lot of that 2018 East, and I mean I agree, it's warranted because that East wasn't very deep. But however, to discredit LeBron, I don't think that's fair because of the fact that we acting like it was one of his years that he had like his super team, like he had Kyrie or he had D Wade, and things of that nature. But wait, say that again.
He did have D Wade, no?
What?
Just not.
He got D Wade early in the season. That's what he's trying to say. He had D Wade before the trade deadline.
Was that D Wade or was that?
I mean, but I'm not
acknowledging. Talking about D Wade. I'm not talking about that. Whoever that dude was wearing number 9.
That was Gabrielle Union, man. Go ahead, man.
Okay, but anyway, like I'm saying, when I look at like the reason I give him a lot of like, I'm not praise. I don't say that's the best version of LeBron and nothing crazy like that, but that is a great run because I know the competition wasn't great, but his level of help and his level of production from his teammates weren't great as well because like and even with the hypothetical like you said, I'm a person that hate hypotheticals, but if you were to be realistic, I would at least say give LeBron a proper amount of help, like make it even with the help that's in the West. You feel me? Like what I'm saying, like the roster that LeBron had wasn't great, so that makes his run like that doesn't bring down his run. If he had one of his super teams and was killing these teams like that and got to the finals, then I will understand what you mean. Like for example, that entire playoff run, like the man said, who was just here, LeBron only had one other player who was in double figures that entire run. Like LeBron had to be the team's best scorer, rebounder, playmaker, defender, and I think that was Kevin Love. He didn't even average like 15 points. So the teams he was going against wasn't great, but his team, like
and that's fine.
Everybody except him were worse.
I think we could all acknowledge that, and I agree with you as well. But when people try to harp on the fact that this is the only guy, that LeBron James in 2018 is the best player they've ever seen in their life, that all-time great guys like all-time great guys like Michael Jordan couldn't replicate what he did, that's when I sit here and say that this is a bit overrated. I think that a lot of those guys, those all-time great guys, could fill in those shoes and make a run the same way LeBron James did. And to act as if they couldn't, I just think is wrong to do, especially when I consider the fact that, let's be real, The Victor Oladipo Pacers. They didn't have anybody to slow down a guy of LeBron James's caliber. Toronto Raptors. I don't know what the hell the Raptors did, but anytime they seen LeBron, they folded. The
The
Boston
Raptors are
Celtics.
0-12 against LeBron in the playoffs.
The
I
Boston.
believe.
They're not 0-12. They won 2
Or
games at
2 and
least right
12.
now.
Excuse me.
Hey,
That's
And
Atlanta.
what's it
That's
called?
Atlanta.
And the Boston Celtics. That Marcus Moore's bullcrap saying he's the best guy to guard LeBron was a damn lie. They didn't have anybody to check LeBron James in that series as well. So the whole overall aspect of the point is I'm not taking away from his play. But what I am gonna sit here and I'm saying that I'm not gonna sit here and praise 2018 LeBron James as if he's the best basketball player of all time, and this run was one of the craziest runs we've ever seen. Especially when I sit here and acknowledge the fact that that was one of the weakest Eastern
what
Conference I've ever seen. The
what
Kawhi Leonard 2019 run was more impressive to me than 2018.
Very, very.
what do you
Well,
think
I,
what do you think the series would have ended up as if J.R. Smith hadn't have fucked up in the first game?
4-1.
4-1. You don't
4-1.
think that there would have a little
4-1.
bit of momentum or nothing? No.
4-1.
Wait,
4-1.
no. If J.R. Smith doesn't mess up, what happens? If J.R.
They
Smith
go
doesn't
If
1-0.
mess up?
J.R.
They start
Smith doesn't
the
mess up,
series
who
So
says
what's J.R. Smith not messing up mean?
I
Gets the
I
rebound and puts it
imagine
back in.
when I watched that play, J.R. Smith, he hit it out to the hottest man on the court, LeBron. He was gonna hit a game-winning three. That's what I
There's still
imagine.
no all it did
But
was give
that's
them another shot. That's what it
yeah,
didn't
but
guarantee they were gonna
it's
win the
all
game.
it's all a
No.
hypothetical. Like you say, like
Realistically, they still go
like
overtime.
Jordan could have did what LeBron did, or KD could have did what LeBron did. That's a hypothetical. Like I'm not finna say, oh, LeBron could have went back in time and won with Scottie Pippen. No, Jordan did that. We praise him for that, and what LeBron did, we praise him for that. I'm not finna keep doing all these hypotheticals because
But
it's fake.
no, that's fine. That's fine for you not to do hypotheticals, but to act as if there's no possible way that guys of that magnitude can do it, I'm not with that logic. I'm not with the logic of LeBron James in that year was on this crazy level that nobody could replicate. I'm not with that logic as well.
Well,
That's the point.
if you addressing the people that's saying this is the greatest player that ever walked, then I'm with you on that. But to discredit his run and I'm not you say not to play, but his run as a whole, I think that's I don't agree with that. But I don't think that's the best player that ever walked. I think it's other versions of LeBron that was better than that one, personally. But
2018?
yeah, I believe so.
Which year?
2017 was
2017 was a monster.
I thought
2017?
2017 was better as well. I thought, and so Desto, you don't fall under this category of overrated him. Then there's a lot of people that would sit here and tell me that 2018 Braun is probably the best
Yeah.
version of LeBron James we've ever seen, and I don't agree with that.
Nah,
and
nah,
that's
I don't
and
agree with
and
that
this is
neither.
and that is the point that I'm attacking, Desto.
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
That is the point that I'm attacking. They're
Okay,
overrating that as if this is God tier when I don't believe it.
Would the best version of LeBron have had a different outcome in that series, in that final series?
I don't think so. I still don't think so.
Regardless.
I still don't think so.
Well, my thing is this, man. Like, I don't like Buddy said, man. I don't really like hypotheticals because listen, it's been 5 years. This shit already happened. It happened the way it happened. Well, I mean, I think I have my opinion on it, man. Everybody got their opinion on it. It is what it is.
Oh,
Correct me if I'm
Should
correct.
we
me
just
if
talk
I'm
about the future from now on?
No.
talking about the present.
We need to address the title of the video, and the title of the video is LeBron James overrated. Do I believe so? Hell yeah, I believe he overrated. I believe he was overrated since he got there.
just in
He just
2018.
wants to cool LeBron over.
No. I just don't want to know. No. Understand something, bro. Compared to the all-time greats that everybody puts them on a pedestal up to. Compared to everybody, all the all-time greats, like to me and to them, bro, like I think LeBron James is overrated for the simple fact that, like, I said it last week. I thought LeBron James was supposed to have 6 championships a long time ago. I thought LeBron James was supposed to be the all-time leading scorer a long time ago. Bro. Like, and the thing is, man, he took so many shortcuts. I'm just looking like since 2010, bro. Like, it's just like, yo, you played with everybody you wanted to play with for the last 12 years, 13 years. And you mean to tell me, bro, like all that you could summon up out of that was 4 championships. And other championships we agreed that could have won, man. I'm not leaving that. I'm not leaving that for nobody. I strongly believe to this day, and I'm gonna leave it to my dying breath, that he should have had 6 championships. There's no way. There's no way, bro. Like
What if he
I'm
gets the
like
6 championships as a role player?
6 championships as a role player. What you mean?
Yeah, like as he
Like as a
tethers
second
off
option.
at the latter stages, and he just like takes that role coming off the bench, and he's on a team, and they win championships. Do they count or no?
The
Well,
Kareem rings.
They I mean they would have, because if they count for Kareem and everybody else, but my thing is that I'm off the role player shit, bro. I believe like by at least by 2014, 2015, he should have had 6 championships at least. What we in 2023? He should have had 6 championships 8 years ago. Easily. There's no disputing that, bro. Like I was like, I'm looking at LeBron like ever since he came into this league, all of the expectations that's been placed on him, I can honestly say he has overseeded it, but he had a lot of fucking help.
Not a lot.
Wait, so Leaf, if I had to ask you personally, so what years do you think that LeBron James did not probably deserve to win the title when he underachieved? 2011, I think that we can all agree. 2014, I think so too. Outside of those two,
No.
like which?
I don't.
Everybody keep telling me 2014, he got dragged.
What?
2014 finals?
He holds that against him. Christopher D holds that against him.
Spurs.
Yes, I do personally.
Oh, you hold
I do too.
you hold those two against him?
Yeah.
So you
I don't hold
all right, let me ask you
17 against him.
Okay, all right. So you think the 2014 finals was more winnable than 2015?
I think so personally, because listen, if y'all listen, everyone always says, "Oh, LeBron was putting up 28 points a game on like 57% shooting." If y'all look, by the time LeBron was really starting to cook, they were down 25.
They was.
What about in game one? What about in game one?
Game
one,
he and I ain't got no.
What happened in game one?
Game one, he was ready to explode, but by that time, San Antonio was like kind of gaining momentum and everything.
They turned up the AC, and there were and there was
then the AC.
Game one, he was up and they was about to win. Then LeBron caught cramps and his team lost the lead and they lost. That's what happened in game one.
Well,
I don't know. Listen, I don't respect none of them LeBron injuries, man. Like for all of them shits that came in the finals. I don't, bro, because the hand injury, bro, and then he do remember the hand injury in 2018, bro, and then he do a dunk down.
Oh, that was cap.
That was cap.
That was weak. That was weak.
I agree with Christopher D though. I agree with Christopher D though because he's saying that 2014 Braun, as much hate as D Wade and the Miami Heat were for getting torched, LeBron doesn't get enough hate as well. All of them were getting torched. All of them were. And nobody talks about that.
You talking about like defensively?
Defensively, offensively, they was getting worked.
That's why when the people talk about his stats, we're like, oh, he put up 28, 5 and 4, or whatever it is. He's shooting like 40%. I'm like, Kawhi Leonard shut that down, like in the first half.
Big time.
Like he was shutting that down.
Big time.
Yeah.
They was down minimum 15 points almost every game they lost in that series.
No. It was bad. And like that's the one final series I can look at LeBron and say, yo, why are you even out there stat pattern? That's one of the few times I look down like
why y'all look at basketball as like a one-on-one thing?
No, I don't look at it as a number one-on-one thing, but like I
can hold people accountable. We can hold people accountable.
Nah, I understand that, but
why do you hate LeBron?
I understand that, but like there's never been a time where like LeBron has played bad and his team won. So I mean, y'all want to talk about like all this help and everything he had.
Those 2 NBA finals where I think that LeBron, well, actually 3. Well, 2 he played bad. 1 I just thought he was stat pattern. The others I don't really blame him for. I think there were times his team was just outmatched. His team got injured or whatever the case may be.
saw one
But
even in 2014, like if you watch them, like if from like a name perspective, you know when they had D Wade and Chris Bosh and Ray Allen, those guys, they were outmatched. Like watching them guys, like they were.
Series where I legitimately
they did not show up.
Was better than D Wade.
I think I like the Golden. Getting back to the Golden State series in 2015, bro. Like I understand that Kevin Love was out from the first round, and they still managed to run all the way to the finals. I understand that Kyrie was out in the first game, LeBron was still able to muster a 2-1 lead. My thing is like in that fourth game when they when like a little bit before, like midway through the game, when they made the adjustment, they made the adjustment for the Iggy shit. They made the Iggy adjustment, which ultimately changed the series. I thought LeBron was like still being passive during that time. I think Moskov had like a 20-20 game or some shit. I'm like, wait, why is Moskov the second leading scorer? And I'm looking, I'm like, yo,
who else gonna be the scorer?
You saying who else?
Numbers got to come from, and that's why I hate, bro. Like I hate that notion. Numbers like this notion that you play an NBA game. Christopher D, I'm gonna mute you real quick because there's a lot of background. This whole notion that tracking these points to determine how good a basketball player is the dumbest point I've ever seen in my life. Mainly because if you play 48, 30 minutes in a game,
you're gonna end up
the points need to come from somewhere. The rebounds need to come from somewhere. The assists need to come from somewhere. We can't just sit here and be like, oh yeah, they scored this amount of points, so then they were that good. The same thing just happened with the Pacers team, bro. Y'all literally said 7. Y'all literally just told me 7 guys scoring in double figures, as if that equates to them being a greater team.
That was that guy. That was whoever.
I know.
Dub, I understand everything you're saying. What I said that about the Moscow performance because I had to go. I don't really remember what LeBron had in that game. If anybody on B-ball reference or whatever can somebody tell me what LeBron had in that game. That might have been game 4 in that.
I think after they were up
game 4, he had like 20.
I think in that 2015 finals.
I think he only had like 20 points that game.
It was something like that. 20, no,
like, the next day. 25, something like bad efficiency.
20. He had like 21 to 25, something like that.
I think he only had like 20 or something like that. Yeah. Well, if he got to play, if he got to play perfect for you to win, that just speaks to how hard that was for you to.
I wouldn't say perfect.
I wouldn't say perfect, bro. But I say, bro, for a 7-game series against a team that never made it to the finals, bro, they basically a novice. Like,
but I mean, you can't find anybody who's played great every single game and every single series. Like that's like I honestly think like a 6-game series. That's
LeBron. Any version of LeBron from 2007 to 2010, bro, could have won that final. Could have won that championship.
In 2015? In 2015?
Yes, in 2015.
Hell
any
no.
version. Any version.
Hell no.
No, not younger LeBron.
Hell.
I think that.
I think 2018 LeBron wins that series.
Nah,
fuck no.
2018 LeBron don't win
LeBron wins what series?
Everybody all like LeBron would have lost it either way.
No, I think LeBron, like especially going against that 2015. Like when you look at LeBron versus 2015, I compared it to when LeBron went against the Spurs in 2007. You could see the growth in him as a player. Like I feel like
his mentality changed.
Like you can see the growth in him because if you see him against the 2007 Spurs, you see all the flaws and everything, and you see in 2015. I mean, yeah, he still ended up losing. It was games in that 2015 final that he played great in that they ended up losing. So I mean,
all right. But now, with you saying that, bro, remind us a year. But we just talked. Buddy just talked about the year before, in 2014, when they all got walked down, like him. It wasn't just him.
Yeah,
it wasn't just Bosh. It wasn't just Wade. My thing is just like, it's a certain thing. It's a certain thing about LeBron when you watching him, bro. Like, especially in the finals.
When you watch him,
yeah, that's something when you watch him.
When I'm watching him, all right. So maybe I'm analyzing. Okay, all right. So let me put it in perspective, bro. Maybe I'm analyzing LeBron's body language a little bit different than y'all because I'm seeing him going up against OKC. He don't got no problem going in the lane. He don't got no problem finishing, going right to his moves. 2011, none of that action. 2014, none of that action until late in the games, bro. Like and we all said it. 2011, he was not aggressive at all.
No. In 2011, I agree because when you look at 2011. That was the shift for LeBron, especially because like how he went out in that Dallas series. That's one thing. That's one thing I want to ask you about real quick, Dub, because you were saying you don't want to give LeBron credit because he went against the Raptors when DeRozan had like a mental issues and he was playing bad.
It's
So
not. It's not about. Wait, let me clarify because it's not about. I don't give LeBron James credit. I give LeBron James credit for playing the way he does. I give LeBron James for being LeBron James and who he is. The thing I said is it doesn't move me that he's beating a Pacers team that wasn't that good in my opinion. Doesn't move me that he's beating a Toronto Raptors team that for some reason forgets how to play basketball when he's around. It doesn't move me that he's been facing a Boston Celtics team without their best player. It just doesn't move me. I give credit for LeBron James and how he played basketball, but it doesn't move me that he just beat those teams. It doesn't. It just
well,
doesn't.
well we act
move me. It don't
we
move
act
me
like
neither.
we act like his team was good though.
The other teams wasn't good either. So what are we
Okay,
doing?
so it's an
Wait,
even
hold
play.
up,
It's the
Dub.
even.
It's not an
field.
even
Dub,
playing
No,
wait,
it's
field.
not
No,
an
it ain't.
even
wait,
playing
wait,
field
wait.
because when you have,
And LeBron
let me
is
tell
the
you why.
difference.
Wait,
LeBron
Yes,
is the difference.
and that's the point.
So give
LeBron.
him the credit.
So no,
That's
I
all it
get
is.
LeBron is the difference. Yes, but when you have nobody else in that Eastern Conference run to match up with him, I'm not gonna look at it as that crazy of an achievement. Kawhi Leonard, the next year, he was going up against Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons was even good at that time.
No,
He went up against Giannis Antetokounmpo. Who
Who
the
won
fuck did
MVP
LeBron?
that
the,
year?
the,
Yeah,
Hold
who
up.
the,
the fuck did
Wait, hold up.
LeBron James face
Dub,
in
I
that playoff
understand.
series?
Dub, I understand, but the thing is though, when LeBron was in that East, he went to 2 game 7s. If you go to a game 7 with the team, that shows me that these teams are like damn near neck and neck. He went to
No,
two
No,
games.
that's right.
No,
That's
no,
right.
boys.
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no,
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 so
no.
that means
That's right.
LeBron's
That's
team
right.
was
no,
not that
But
good.
no. If
no.
there was a top 10 player, if there was a top 10 player on any one of those teams, don't you think that would have put the other team over the edge to beat them?
Yes.
Okay, was there a top 10 player on any one of those teams?
No.
Wait,
That's
wait,
the
hold up,
point.
hold up,
Okay,
hold
but
up,
That's
look,
the
hold up,
Dub,
point.
but
hold
look,
up,
Dub,
Because
but
wait,
Dub,
hold up. That's the
Okay.
point. The other teams didn't have a guy of that magnitude on their team to put them over the hump. They just had good complementary pieces for the majority part, apart from the Raptors. LeBron James, they had that guy in the playoffs. Having a guy like LeBron James extremely changes the series, of course. But when
so
I look at the
So,
other
Dub, I got a question
postseason
for you.
runs, when I look at the other postseason runs in NBA history, right? And the comp, 2019 Raptors is a perfect example of that. They're
I think
going up against better players and better competition.
If y'all
Okay,
was to
Dub.
give a
Okay,
letter
Dub.
grade, if y'all was to give a letter grade, man, for Eastern Conference run, what would the letter grade be?
I give it a
the
B.
run
I give it
Yeah,
a B.
B plus. B
ba-
plus.
based off are we looking at LeBron's play? Because
No,
that's
LeBron's
what
play is
LeBron.
I
A.
mean,
Hey,
No,
hold
no,
on.
no, no, no.
Hey,
The
how
run
all
play was
right,
A. The
listen,
run itself, I give a B.
let's just put the
we
grade on
talking about
LeBron.
LeBron play. A
Yeah,
hey,
grade on
put the grade on.
LeBron.
All
and
right, fine.
The
Just put the
teams were
grade on
if
made to
LeBron.
pretty
roles
good,
were
but
reversed,
LeBron played
if
great.
roles were
So
reversed, people would lean on the fact that Kevin Durant, if that was LeBron in the finals and Kevin Durant got injured, people would lean on the fact that LeBron wouldn't have won that shit if Kevin Durant was in the finals a lot more than they did for Toronto being
They
in the
should have.
I
finals.
don't know about that.
wait,
LeBron did have that 2016 shit, bro.
yeah, he did.
His way.
No,
So
but Dub, I kind of want to get to you really quickly. I'll hop on the other points later, but I got a question. Against OKC versus the Jazz in 2018, would you say that Westbrook was a top 10 player?
Russell Westbrook,
Yeah, 2018.
arguably, yeah.
Okay, would you say Paul George was a top 20 player?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did a team where you have a top 10 player and a top 20 player, and then someone that just was on the All-Star team last year, how do you lose to Ricky Rubio
Hey,
and
don't
Melo,
disrespect
rookie
Ricky Rubio.
I
the
don't
Ricky
think
Utah
Rubio.
Jazz?
Melo wasn't in the All-Star game that year, and
No,
I
last year,
forgot. I
last year.
forgot about that
in
series.
2017, Melo was in the All-Star game.
That was the
That's when
most
Joe
like
Ingles owned
No,
Paul
I don't
George.
That
think he
was considered
was.
a technical
Hey,
super
Ricky
team.
Rubio and Jay
Technically,
Ingles,
But
great players.
Buddy in the orange,
that goes
bro.
to
I
my
forgot
point.
about that
That
series.
goes
yeah.
to my point. That goes to my point about the Toronto Raptors, right? Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan were good players, right? We can't dispute that. But I can't dismiss the fact that they both underperformed heavily in that postseason series against LeBron James, correct?
Nah,
Yeah,
for sure.
but
So
no,
that
no,
team,
hold up,
that
hold up. It's
Paul
not just that.
George, and Russell Westbrook did underperform against the Utah Jazz.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if they're both top, if you have two top 20 players, how do you lose to? And so, did they essentially lose to the better team?
Well, there's a
No,
difference
because
between top 10 players and top 3 players.
the two top 20 players didn't perform. That's the difference. They didn't perform to the standard that they were supposed to.
Okay,
So
but
that's why they lost.
See, and that's kind of my thing. So you can say, oh, you can put a top 10 player on one of those Eastern Conference teams and still say that, oh, LeBron wouldn't have gotten through. But I would disagree with that because I don't look at just one player and just adding them. I look at the entire team dynamic. Now, if the overall team, an overall team can beat one individual player. I've seen it with the Spurs. I've seen it with Golden State. So when you can have the best players on the team, that doesn't mean it's always gonna fit. So when you say, "Oh, I can plug Westbrook into on one team on the East or Paul George somewhere on the East," I still don't think that.
Let me ask you this:
that you can win.
Do you think Kawhi Leonard on that Pacers team beats the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round?
In 2018? So 2018 Kawhi.
Yeah. Okay, but Dub, we acting like
2018.
We acting like that.
He was hurt. Who was a shooting guard? Who was a shooting guard and a small forward at that time? Who was top 10?
Paul
At
George.
that time,
2018
candidate.
At the position or just top 10?
Top 10.
Paul George.
in 2018.
Not using Paul George.
Paul George was an MVP candidate.
He was an MVP candidate. He was an MVP candidate the next year.
And wait, in 2018, PG was an MVP candidate, and
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the following year. That's the following year, right?
2018,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What about James Harden? What about James Harden?
If James Harden was on that team, if James
Yes.
Harden was on that team, y'all would think that they would make it,
no,
right?
he's not winning that. No, that not.
Oh my God.
No, I say yes. I mean, it's a hypothetical.
No, but that's the point. That's the point. But hold on. That's the point that I'm making, right? You had guys. Most of those teams only needed guys of that magnitude to beat LeBron James. The Boston Celtics, Kyrie Irving at that time, I think he was arguably top 10, top 15 players, right? If Kyrie Irving is in that series, LeBron James loses to the Boston Celtics, doesn't make it to the finals, and then what narrative are y'all gonna hold to then?
Okay,
Dub,
this is.
I promise you, bro.
This is the thing.
How would you know that they would play better? Because what happened next year when they were supposed to?
I know they would play better because a year can change a lot. A year can change a lot. And as soon as Kyrie Irving, hold on. As soon as Kyrie Irving got hurt, they dropped. They were losing games as soon as Kyrie.
Losing games.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Oh my God.
Okay, Dub.
I know this for a fact.
This is the problem. This is the problem with that comparison, though, Dub.
They held the second
that
seed.
cap like all these teams you talking about. The Raptors, they were the first seed. The Pacers, they were the 5th seed. The Celtics, I forgot what seed they were, but I think they were maybe like 2 or 3 or something like that. That Cavs team, I know we talking about a hypothetical. That Cavs team without LeBron, just the help, just all the other players, that is like a lottery team. All these other teams you talking about are playoff teams. Even though I'm saying they were great teams, but they were at least like
without LeBron for half the year or the whole year.
I'm just talking about like LeBron played every game that year. LeBron played every game that year. But you can look at his on-off numbers. You can look at his box score plus minus. That team, like, they needed everything LeBron gave them. They needed that, and they scratched and clawed for 7 games with these teams you talking about. So that's why I give him credit, because his help was not like you acting like this.
No. Okay, so that's one thing I do disagree with you, but it's not that the help wasn't there. It's that the other teams had the personnel to slow down LeBron's pieces because.
But the help was there early in the season by name. It's just LeBron couldn't play with none of them dudes. That's the problem.
No, the problem is he couldn't play with Isaiah Thomas, and yes, Dub, it is true.
Isaiah Thomas gave out. He couldn't do
Thomas,
that.
he did call.
He got D-Wade.
No one could after that. After Celtics, no one could play with him. Isaiah Thomas really he couldn't do anything after that.
Fell off a cliff. Even like everything LeBron had produced like through that run, he had only one player in double figures with him. We acting like he had like prime, like Kevin Love, he had Kyrie. Like Kyrie was just traded.
Nobody's acting like that. Nobody's acting like that, bro. No, nobody's acting like that. We're just acknowledging. This is all that we're doing.
I don't think this is about LeBron's
This is
run.
all that everybody's doing.
I don't think it is.
We're just acknowledging. We're just acknowledging the fact that on top of LeBron James being great, we cannot undermine that he did benefit from the fact that he faced one of the weakest Eastern conferences in NBA history.
Yeah, that's
That's
one
He
thing
was
I
on a
totally
weak, he was on an
disagree with
even
too.
weaker
I don't think
team.
it was the
So
and I gotta
I think
add
there were
something.
5. No, there are 5 seasons.
They were
I
bottom
think
5.
separately.
That was
Huh?
bottom 5. That was a
And
bottom
and I
5
gotta
worst
and I
Eastern
gotta add
conferences we've ever
something.
seen.
And I gotta add something for Richard Jefferson that was on here last, man. Like that said, yo, LeBron is the only person. LeBron is
Oh
the
shit.
only person that we talk about this about, bro. Like because LeBron is the only person
swear.
that's on. LeBron is the only person that's on trial for these, bro. Like it's like, yo, he won, he did this, he was great, but it's
No,
always
dog.
that, bro. We could go all the way back. We could go all the way back. Yo, you go back to 2007 when they won. Yo, they beat the Pistons, but they didn't have Ben Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go all the way. You could go back to 2009, bro. Like then LeBron was doing this and doing that. He was averaging 38, 9, and 9, but they lost to Dwight in the Orlando Magic. LeBron was doing this and doing that, bro, but they lost to 2011 to Dallas, man. That was terrible. So it's so many cases on LeBron in his entire 20-year career that we got to pick from, bro. In
It's something you can do
2018,
that in reverse too.
Let me
You
touch
can
on
do
that.
that in
Let me go
reverse
on that.
too.
Let me go on that.
Go
Let
ahead,
me go on
Lewis.
that.
Go ahead, Lewis.
It was
go
something
ahead.
and I think the previous showing, talking about Paul. They were talking about how Paul Pierce keep going on about he's him, and it made people go back and like hyperanalyze to kind of figure out if he really him. Oh
Right.
shit, I'm frozen. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's frozen.
You was frozen for a little bit. Yeah, nah, go
All right,
ahead.
my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Hey, so I was saying Paul Pierce keep going on about he's him, and it's made people kind of go back and analyze whether or not he's him, if he really is the man he was saying he is. Do you think that LeBron being put under a telescope is the only reason that these cases that you be putting on him come about? Because you seem to be
No,
putting a few more
LeBron puts it on himself.
No, leave. Floyd, hold on. Let me answer that. It's not the
Okay.
thing that is not that the reason he's under a microscope is also because when you get a lot of love, it's natural. When you get a lot of love, you also gonna get a lot of hate as well. And the problem
Yes.
is with LeBron fans, especially, they over exaggerate a lot. They over exaggerate a lot of the things that he's done in his career, right? As long as we just kept it about LeBron James's play and how he plays basketball, I think we'll be fine. But when you say things like 2018 Bron is the best basketball player I've ever seen, when you say things like Michael Jordan couldn't do what he's ever done, when you say things like that in 2007, when another weak Eastern Conference as well, that nobody else is doing that then we go and sit here and analyze it and criticize it because that's just objectively not true, in my opinion.
Wait,
I
Doug.
agree with you on that, but just to add something, bro, about LeBron James, the way he plays basketball, like I could honestly say I've been watching him since 2003. When he first got in the league, he was averaging 20. If we rounded up, he was averaging 21, 6, and 6 in his first year as 18, 19-year-old in his rookie year. He was doing that off of 41% shooting, right? Now that's the 2003-2004 campaign. The very next year, right after Malice in the Palace, he goes from 21.5 and 41% shooting to 27 and 27 and 28. Next thing I know, Steve Nash wins 2 MVPs, back to back the
I don't
next
think
2
those two
years.
correlate though.
One was Kobe and one was
I'm
LeBron.
saying that to say, bro, that I can't help but notice, bro, like as the years go on, LeBron even though LeBron lived off of basically his athletic ability for so long, bro, just speed and agility and just his natural ability to get to the basket, which is the same thing Giannis is kind of doing. And the same thing as who else Zion is kind of doing with like the way he could just move people around. Like my thing is just like we got to remember that LeBron was built for this. LeBron was chosen for this since day one. So like we all knew he was going to be great. My thing is like, all right, as you go up levels, like now we start to nitpick like what you did here in this year in the big games and here so it's only natural. We're gonna do the same thing to Luka because of his trajectory. We're gonna do the same thing to him once he start getting to conference finals and getting to finals with his respective teams. We gonna do the same thing. So
I
it's
think it's
like to
also
me.
not
Wait,
going to my
Andre
fault.
yeah,
Iguodala playing. What the heck?
No,
yeah.
what I was
So
gonna
to me,
say, yeah, go ahead.
My bad.
So
I see some comments, and there's a lot of idiots in the chat right now. For some reason, somebody commented, I can't say opinion and objective in the same sentence. Goes to show me you don't know what those two definitions mean. Objectively means without a personal feeling or bias to it. That's what it means, right?
listen,
It's not
you learn
my
something.
personal bias isn't attached to it. So that
Dub,
to me
man.
is objectively wrong, bro.
Hey,
Dub,
Dub, real quick.
you got.
I think we agree to a degree because I don't think none of us up here said like that's the greatest playoff run we ever seen. I think it was a great playoff run. I would never consider a playoff run in which you don't win a championship one of the best playoff runs because I like you didn't win, you know.
Right.
But I think we both agree that it was a great run. I'm not gonna just say, oh, that was the best play I've ever seen. But in the same sense, I can't say this other player would have duplicated that because that's hypothetical. That's something for like another. Like we don't have
let me ask you something. Just based off of the history, that you've seen in the last 5 years, like going to Giannis run and going to Dirk's run and going to Kawhi's run. Do you where do you rate like LeBron's run without a title to those other runs, bro? Like
Not
just
very high.
play to play.
It's no point of even ranking it. I mean, I would say he had a good run. He played fantastic. Why would I compare that to a run which Giannis ended up winning Finals MVP,
Lee,
or the
are you
same with
talking
Kawhi,
about,
or the same with
the
Dirk?
individual performance
individual,
of
just
LeBron James?
like the Kawhi Raptors.
Just performance?
Oh no, if we're just talking about the individual, it's up there with Kawhi's Raptors. It's up there.
It's up there with Dirk and the Mavs and Giannis and Giannis 50-point game.
Well,
real quick. One, I'm not about to just compare the two, but Dub, even when you was talking about with LeBron with the when he went against DeRozan, when Lowry and DeRozan didn't play well. Like, but we still praise Dirk when he went against LeBron, and LeBron was going through like a mental thing, and he didn't play well.
Y'all knew that.
Dubs says he views that series as LeBron.
I hold the same standard to everybody, which is why y'all can't call me hypocritical.
Well, I'm not saying you, but we talking
energy.
about the masses, dude. Especially when you talk about like this subject.
And the masses are wrong. This is why we do this.
Dub, just to put it out there.
I
just thought Dallas had a great defensive game plan. Can I say that? Is that valid to say?
They did. Yeah,
they did, but that was a very like mental blocking like for LeBron. It was like when you go out there, it's like he doesn't even want to be there.
Oh,
it's like he's almost scared.
So what? Kind of like 2014.
What?
No. Because that's what Buddy and Orange said.
It was not like 2014. It was definitely not like 2014.
Well, no. My thing is, so LeBron is playing more facilitator in 2011, which I don't know why.
Since you and Angel came late, I'm gonna keep you guys up here for a little bit longer, but I gotta get some new guys up here.
I feel like I gotta dispute this topic more than anybody, man. Like, for real.
Hold up. I got somebody that has beef with you, Lee.
Dub.
What's up?
No, I just want to know real quick before I dip out. Who you guys the GOAT athlete of all time? Like the greatest athlete of all time.
I'm not gonna hold you. Athlete?
Athlete?
Oh, athlete.
I mean,
it doesn't have to be like athleticism, but like
just any sport.
To me, it's between Jordan and Muhammad Ali, probably.
Michael Phelps.
Muhammad Ali.
Nobody dominated like Michael Phelps, in my opinion. So I mean,
if we're talking like an individual,
I think it could be Messi or Floyd Mayweather.
John. I think John Jones dominated his sport more than Floyd Mayweather's.
Nah, but you got to think with Messi. You got to think with Messi. That think about football's the biggest sport in the entire world, and if he's the GOAT of that, you got to really.
Where do y'all rank?
I was thinking about Messi, but when I'm looking at the greatest athlete in like sports history, I'm looking at how you dominated the game, and whoever dominated the game the most is who I'm gonna say is the greatest athlete.
Usain Bolt, Floyd Mayweather, Serena Williams,
John Jones.
You say Mike Tyson?
All right, Louis. So, where do y'all rank? Like, who would be a top 10 athlete in footy, like of all time?
Messi.
Just Messi?
Messi, Ronaldo for sure. Like
Messi and Ronaldo.
No
You
love
agree
for
with
Pele.
you agree with that, Mars?
No love for Pele. That's tough.
No, you ain't got no love for Pele neither, bro. You smashing on him.
Well, nah,
No, Pele's great. Pele's great. It just wouldn't
nah,
work in this
Messi.
era.
Hey,
But
I
Pele's
swear,
great.
Miles put in our group chat
I
when
saw
he
them
passed
videos,
away,
bro.
rest in peace. I swear,
I gotta go ahead and get some new guys up
So
here.
you
though.
said somebody
Appreciate
got
you
smoke
guys,
with me,
though.
bro?
Yeah, you can stay in here, bro. I got you.
All right,
love,
fine.
Mars,
Whatever.
love.
Peace,
Hey
bro.
Mars, how good was Ronaldinho? Or Ronaldinho, is that what it is?
Ronaldinho. He's like the Allen Iverson of football. Cultural no, that's not disrespect. That's not disrespect.
Oh,
He's
okay,
like,
no.
He's like a cultural icon where people tend to overstate how good he was. He was still great. People tend to overstate how good he was because of how much he meant to like the culture of football and all of that. And he was also one of the best dribblers, just like AI was. So that's where the comparison comes from. But he's not like a top 5-10 player ever, in my opinion. But he's still great.
See that? Yeah, my favorite,
What's good,
cousin's favorite
fellas?
player.
Damn,
So
bro, you kick Leaf
yeah.
out, dog?
Nah, Leaf right here. What's good,
Yo, it's not
fellas?
like Leaf. Why you? Hey, Leaf, why do you like?
Damn, 9 people up here.
Yeah,
Crazy.
9 people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. Holy fuck.
Listen.
Yo,
I got
Yo,
y'all. We're gonna
what's
maneuver.
good?
Somebody got some beef. Yeah,
It's not
everyone's
even.
mic sounds good. Yeah.
It's like Leaf. Why you just like
Who that?
ODing with LeBron though? Like you saying you expect him to have over 6 rings by now, bro? And like you like,
No, I said I expect. No. Hold on, Trent. I got you. Well, put that poll up. First off, before we talk, put that championship belt on. First and foremost.
I gotta go get it.
The hell with that, and get the wing
I don't got no
eagle
money. I
one,
don't
bro.
got
You
no
got
money.
money. You bullshitting. But now, the thing I said about LeBron, and I continuously said, I said this for the past 3 weeks. I said, now that it's 2023, I said he should have had at least. I said he should have had 6 rings. I did say at least, but I said he should have had 6 rings years ago. I don't think that's outrageous to say because
What is years ago though to you? Like when? Like
years ago, I say by 2015 he should have had at least 6 rings. And if we count in 2016, if you want to
I
count
can't
that,
hear. I'm gonna leave and come
no.
back.
You good? You good? No, you good?
hold
You
on.
good?
You're saying by 2015, you think he should have had at least 6?
By at least, I say by at least 2015, 2016.
That's when he made his sick finals. 2015.
Yeah, that's when he made his finals.
He's saying he's giving him Jordan. He's giving him Jordan,
like Jordan
expectations
immediately.
immediately.
I honestly
No,
thought
but
that
Michael
I
Jordan is the
honestly
GOAT.
thought-
So if that's your GOAT, yo, he gonna have to stand on that.
He said
That's
that's
not my
my
goat,
goat.
but-
No. MJ standards for like being the GOAT. Like that's who he gets compared to.
I mean, but
I mean, all of
I don't think
everybody with
I don't
common
think you
sense
should
got
judge it that way though, honestly.
but everybody with common sense got Jordan obviously number one.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's
yeah,
exactly
You know
what
what I'm saying? But
you sure it's common.
my
I
thing
have
is,
common sense, and we all know Bill Russell's the GOAT, so don't do that.
Mars, you a troll.
Mars, come on,
Get segregation
Mars, stop
basketball
it,
out
bro.
of here,
Come on,
bro.
man.
Get segregation basketball out of here.
But Trent, seriously, bro. Like I was just like, thinking about everything. Just think about everything that LeBron did after once the 2010 started. Like for that decade to devote to at least make an attempt to devote towards winning. I'm just like, yo, Dub even told me he thought that team should have won at least 3 or 4 straight.
Like, I think because I know 2011 is obviously choke job, and then
Okay.
I kind of hold 2014 because people make it seem like
Right.
it was like lost and stuff, but you can really like look at that. He was like mainly empty stats because Kawhi was on that.
Yeah, man. I ain't expect you on here,
though.
Trent, man.
I mean, yeah, but he beat them the year
something.
before though, so like it really
Yeah.
So I get
They weren't. I mean, they weren't missing from 3 though. It's kind of crazy. Like they were low key. Like they were just. And then Wade kind of fell off a cliff too.
Yeah, he
but,
did.
Wade,
No, Ginobili was toasting him every chance.
That is a fact.
Nah, man, Wade was not him.
Ginobili had his way with him in that series.
Yeah,
I think they was just
Kawhi,
passive, like
Tony Parker.
Kawhi.
That's Manu Ginobili.
people. I
like,
don't
he's
even
better
think
than
Tony
Paul George,
Parker
so.
was that great in that
Wait,
series.
so
I just think they as a
you-
team.
Do you
Yeah, he was mid.
do you
But
think he's overrated as a basketball player too?
Do I think who was overrated?
LeBron.
LeBron?
As a basketball player, yes. As an athlete, no.
Wait. Why do you think he's overrated as a basketball player?
I was about to ask my follow up.
Yeah.
I think he's everything got it's not nothing to do with his numbers. It's got nothing to do with everything else. It's just so many cases, bro. Like you could go on YouTube and find like literally 20, 30 minutes of him laying on, like literally laying down on defense, man, like taking plays off, like shortcutting the game, man. Like I'm not a fan of
So
that.
I would like to ask you. I'd like to ask you now. So like I feel like I don't know if you noticed this, right? But like if you're like elite offensive player, right, and you're carrying the load for your team offensively,
I hate that.
I mean, I just want to know. I just want to know.
I hate that.
No. I gotta ask this. I gotta ask this. I gotta ask it.
Yeah, let him finish.
No, I gotta ask it. I gotta ask it because it's been seen. It's been seen throughout history. So that y'all can't deny that. But if you're taking on the load offensively, especially if you're a defensive player, especially if you start off as a defensive player, but you're taking on the load offensively, do we not consistently see them weighing down a little bit on defense because they need to play offense to keep
Listen, I agree with
LeBron to James Harden.
Listen, we have seen that, but the thing is that the cases that we got on LeBron resting on defense is way worse than anybody else, bro. Like,
and we've never hold up, wait, yeah, I need to. So like Kobe, right? Kobe, for instance, he would do that, but we would see moments that he would lock the fuck up too, and way more consistently than we would see that of LeBron James, especially after that Miami Heat run. In the regular season and the playoffs, we've seen that more.
No, not the playoffs. No. I disagree. His playoff. No. If you look at his playoff like defensive metrics, like he bumps it up every year. Like it's all defensive like every year outside 2017.
Who? LeBron James?
Yes, his playoff. No, when LeBron turned up the defensively, he is all.
Is this one of those
Cleveland?
Things, bro?
In Cleveland?
Yes, in Cleveland. His second stint, 2015.
So my question to you is: you say he's overrated. Where do you rank him?
Yeah.
You said where do I rank him?
Bars, is this true?
Wait, hold on. Oh, no, I couldn't hear Trent.
I think it has to be an eye test thing. If whether or not you think
I think that got to be an eye test.
I don't know about the defensive metrics. I try to stay away from.
I don't know about that defensive metrics.
I don't see. I think LeBron James will have spurts. I think I have LeBron James for having spurts of like, he'll turn it up here and there in the playoffs, but it wasn't like. Nah, I don't think it was that dramatic, bro.
2020, I think
2020, yes.
There.
Yeah,
2016, I'd say there was some good level defense.
My thing is like
2018, there was no defense.
LeBron normally ran some good defensive teams going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Wait, so Lee, if you say LeBron is overrated, like where do you rank him all time?
Yeah, I still want to know that question.
I mean, LeBron. I mean, obviously, his body of work puts him in the top 5.
But where
logically, he's top 3. Personally, he's top 5 to me.
Wait, okay. So personally, for you, he's top 5. So who is he above? Who is above him?
Who is above him?
Yeah, who's above him?
You want what you want, personal or logical?
No, he did this last. If
you have 5 players, you said personally you have 5.
Oh, he did it last time.
No, you said personally you have 4 players. So just give us 4 players that you think is above LeBron.
Personally, all right. Obviously Jordan.
100%.
I would have like Kareem is an old head, but I put him in front of him anyway. But I know how a lot of people feel about that, but like that's just career wise. Who else I had in front of him?
Kobe.
Yeah, I did have Kobe in front of him, and I had and I also had a Now I'm trying to think because I don't even remember it.
Magic.
I might have had Magic. I might have had Magic in front of him in my top 5 years.
Do you have Larry Bird too? Is Larry Bird?
Nah. Larry Bird is on the back end.
Larry Bird is crazy. I'm about to say, do not.
Nah. Bird is on the back. I think Bird crazy too. Bird, I listen. It's a lot of things about Bird that was underrated. I mean, he made up for a lot of shit that he didn't have athletically. But Bird is on the back end.
But Dub, to answer the title video, I guess it just depends on who you talk to about that run though. Like somebody say it's the greatest one of all time, yeah, it's overrated. But like it's still a very good run though. But I can see why you think it's OD. Dub, you also think the 07 run was overrated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We both agree.
He shouldn't have been those. He wasn't gonna win those finals. But like, I mean I
just feel like you can't you can't downplay it too much, but you can't like praise it too much either. It's like
exactly.
It's like
you can't.
I'm fine with that, but a lot of people don't be doing that.
Yeah,
A lot of
because
people
because you know how the
They
Bron
don't.
fans
The
be.
thing
Oh, it's
when
the
it comes
greatest, one of the
LeBron,
greatest. Like,
I just want to know
LeBron
why
can't do
Leaf.
no
I just
wrong.
want to know why Leaf just lied to like a bunch of people on here trying to say there was actually 4 players above LeBron. Like there's at least one. I don't know why you just lied and tried to
It's
give me.
all
man,
opinion.
listen,
It's all opinion based.
It
Bro,
really
I'm
is.
sorry. I'm
it's
sorry.
all
I'm not gonna lie to you.
opinionated,
All that
bro.
No,
we
Like,
argue is
yo, well,
opinions,
I
though.
don't
I
know,
mean, if we gotta be
bro.
real,
Like,
it's all
Wait,
opinions.
when it
no,
comes to
Kareem
the
G.
like, what people got to
So I am
remember about these
just
top lists. These top 5 lists and these top 10 lists, bro. Like, yo, bro, we made this shit up. It's like the Boogeyman, 3 Little Pigs, man, Pinocchio, all that
I
shit,
mean,
bro.
but like at a certain point, at a certain extent, there's still a consensus. Like for a lot,
The consensus
masses.
is,
Yeah, the
I
consensus is
understand, bro.
people who
Listen,
hate because
the
realistically, Bill
consensus is
Russell still needs to be top
bullshit.
5. But it's
They
fine.
do it to do what we do, bro. Like talk and chat for 3
Like
hours,
me
bro. We
personally,
just
like
kicking the
I
shit.
don't think Kareem top 5, bro. That's just me.
Oh,
I
don't
don't
tell me
got
we're
him
gonna
top
start having
5.
a Kareem tangent again.
I don't
See,
want to
I
I
have
don't
was,
a
want to have
see,
Kareem
I
Kareem
was
tangent.
at
dancing.
least,
I want to.
I was
I
at
don't want
least
to.
When it
kind
comes to
enough to.
career wise,
Angel, you don't like Kareem?
No, I wanted to come in here. I kind of was. I've been defending LeBron like low key on Facebook. On Facebook, like people just straight up like not top 10.
That's
LeBron's
not
not
the place
top
to
10.
defend
He's
them
not. He's
on.
not. No, exactly. Like I just kind of like. I mean, I give
Isn't
up. I try to
Facebook
find.
full of 50-year-olds?
Yes, and that's why I
and people that
hate
live in
old
New
heads.
York.
I think Dub, you should jump off a cliff, bro. Fuck like these old heads, bro.
Hey, fuck
Oh
that.
my god, bro.
Damn,
They
I'll
dog,
put you
man.
in the tight
Oh
zone,
man.
bro. Go ahead.
bro. These
Yeah,
old
go ahead.
heads, bro. I don't know what to start, man. John Stockton is trash. I'm sorry.
Facts.
I'm sorry,
Oh
bro.
my
I'm
god. No. Put
tired
it
of
back in the tight. Put it
I'm
back in the tight.
tired
Put
of
it back in the
hearing
tight.
it, bro.
Go
I'm
ahead, let's
tired
go.
of hearing
They gotta see
Let's
Mars
spit.
clap. They gotta see
No.
Mars clap. They gotta see Mars
Facts.
Put it
clap.
back in the tight.
Can
Put it back in the tight.
can I hear everybody's because Mars was going he was spin with his top 5 passers. Bro, I want to hear everybody who's everybody's top 5 passer. Like just think about it. Like not
I
just
do it differently. I do
Hey
it differently
man,
than
listen.
Mars.
Mine
I
is
look at
probably.
Flash. I'm not gonna lie. When I think passing is
Oh no,
Flash.
no, we know,
I'm like having
we know.
Jason
I mean,
Williams,
I might because
Rondo.
me and
Okay,
Mars
Feel
and
okay.
me?
Hey,
Like
bruh. Listen.
But
Hey,
that's
Mars
Dub's
and
yo,
opinion. That's
Dub.
Dub's opinion.
Hey, Dub. I'm gonna tell
Magic.
you.
mine's probably Magic, Bron. I'm not gonna lie, I have Jokic in there, no matter how you like it.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
listen.
I like that. I like that.
He's
I like that. I like
Bro,
that.
Because I remember,
He's
I ain't
amazing.
gonna lie, I have Jokic
Hold
in there. I
on.
remember I debated Mars like a while ago back at it, and now I look
About
at it.
Rajon Rondo.
I'm not gonna lie, I
gotta
might have Rondo at my 5 just for a personal bias.
I don't hate it.
love
I
Rondo.
gotta speak.
I respect
But
Rondo, but
I'll probably say like Jason Kidd and Steve Nash. But like
Exactly.
Rondo's passing was elite though. Like I don't like how people.
yeah,
Rondo
Rondo's
was
a great
passing
passer.
with
I
it.
got
It's insane though, bro.
hold up.
It's insane. Like,
In terms of degree of difficulty of the passes, Magic obviously. Who else? Jason Williams.
see, nah, you lost me.
I'm telling you, it's the elbow. It's the elbow. It's the elbow.
Do it, Mars. Do it, Mars.
Hold on.
It's that. That's what it is.
Hold on.
It's that. That's what it is.
Hold on. Nah. Trent
Hold
just
on.
threw me.
One more time.
That's it.
Trent just threw me off.
I'm sorry, you lost me
but
immediately with Jason Williams,
but
bro.
I did not putting Jason Williams at number 2. But listen, I love Jokic, man. Everybody up here know I'm an advocate for Jokic. My very first super chat, I said Jokic was going to be MVP this year, and I have not lied to anybody yet. Now that Kevin Durant is out for a month, so listen,
Hey, I'll give you that.
Listen, Jokic. I'm gonna leave it at he's the best passer at his position ever, bro. Like a top 10 passer, bro. Like Dub. Yo, bro. Listen, I got all the respect in the world for you. You a boss, man. But y'all niggas is I ain't gonna jump off no cliff just yet, but Jokic is one of my favorite passers. But like
If y'all want me to jump off a cliff next episode, we could do another war on the old
At this point, it's hate to say Jokic isn't.
It's just annoying when people like you say like John.
In terms of degree of difficulty and fitting in the tightest windows, I think Jokic is up there with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of flash, it depends on what type of passion you want. You want a flashy, you want somebody that's gonna throw some flashy shit on some Magic and Jason Williams shit, or you want somebody that's gonna tighten the defense up on some Steve Nash shit, even though he didn't do none of that before 2004. I said it, Mars, man. Pick your head up. Come on.
Mars,
I got you.
The Steve Nash like it's kind of crazy though.
I'm gonna I'm gonna bring some more guys up here. Leaf, I appreciate you for being up here, bro. But you be easy.
Ain't
Christopher
nobody else
D,
got
bro.
smoke, man. Yo,
Nah, Lee. I was good to see you though, bro.
yo,
Christopher D, you
hold on.
be
Before I
easy.
go, man, I can make my way back to gridiron, but I've got to make it with my head down, man. The Packers lost to the damn Lions.
Yeah, I know you
bro.
sick.
Yeah, they deserve to lose, man.
Yeah, they
Peace.
should have.
Oh, nah, you're
Tom
crazy.
Brady's washed.
You're
Tom
crazy.
Brady's washed. Tom Brady's washed.
Aaron Rodgers is washed, man.
I
Let's
also
not
want.
do this.
I also want to
Yes,
say that.
sir.
Yeah, Tom Brady's washed.
What was you about to say, Angel? What was you about to say, Angel?
I don't know if I want to go off a cliff, man, because it's gonna be disrespectful. People are gonna hate me.
I don't care.
Go off the cliff.
Who
Go off
cares?
the
Go
cliff.
ahead. Who
You here
cares?
already, bro? Get your shine off.
Mars, before he goes, next episode, you want to do a John Stockton open gym?
Oh Lord.
Yes.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'm down.
Bet.
Lord.
All right, Angel, go
better not
ahead,
let
Angel.
Joe pull up, man.
Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain are not top 10. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, damn.
Look
You
at that.
lost me.
Look at that.
It's segregation
Look at
basketball,
that.
bro. I can't.
Segregation
It's
ball.
segregation ball. I can't get
How
How's
long
the
you-
segregation
I
boy
couldn't
bet in the
play.
league?
you can't
How's
call
the
me.
second?
I can't rank
Bill
it.
Russell looked like you and he was in the league.
Nah, I got dreads. We different.
I mean, like I don't know. When I compare them to other players, like other centers, I don't think they don't have it. They don't have.
Oh
it.
no, they'd get cooked in terms of talent.
It's that, and that,
Bro.
I ain't gonna lie. You
They
can't
didn't even have
count anything
lineups,
in
Mars,
the
bro.
60s.
We can't rank them. They didn't have
count anything
lineups.
in
They
the
weren't.
They didn't have a
weren't doing none of
traditional
that.
point guard. They didn't have a
I don't.
traditional
This
point
is, I tend to leave them out, but then it's like I said, you can't please everyone. If I leave them out, I'm being disrespectful. To
I leave them out my top 10.
If
Let's
I
put
don't
it-
leave them out,
let's
then all
put
of a
it like
sudden, well,
this.
that era wasn't talented. So like,
I leave them out with no
Look.
with
Let's
no
put it like
I don't
this.
fault. I don't care.
Bob Cousy was more likely to spin on me than dribble with his left hand. I can't rank the basketball, bro. I can't do it. I can't.
I
ain't
can't.
gonna do it.
Jason Williams better than Bob Cousy.
I've watched.
That's crazy. That's
I've watched,
crazy. That's nuts.
I
They're
think
the
I've
same
watched
player.
I've watched two
We'll just
games.
grew up in the hood.
2 games, and I couldn't even watch a full game, right?
I
And I'm
refuse.
watching it. I'm like, do these people really think this shit is good?
Hey, Dell,
Really?
which one? Dell, which
Y'all
one
really-
you think first, the 70s or the 60s?
The
60s is by far
60s.
worse.
no, the
60s.
70s
It might
is
be
worse
70s,
than
bro.
this.
Yeah,
The
I said
70s had
Pretty
Michael
much,
The
Jordan.
talent pool of the players.
like
70s was worse.
1972 to like 1975 is
I
worse.
can't watch the 70s.
Mars.
Okay,
I
that's
promise
true.
you it's
Because
worse
of the
than
That's
players'
true.
talent. Is that why
You
you're
had
saying
Dave
that?
Towns down in the league.
and it's just,
That and it was
it's
split.
It's just
That's horrible to
yeah,
watch.
it's just not good.
Hey, Mars.
I can't watch it, bro.
The difference is they had color TV, so at least like
I mean, barely.
the games I find at least it's color TV. That's the only difference.
Man,
Other
it's
than
just
that-
brown everywhere, and then everywhere else is just people. It's not even color. It's 2 colors. It's 2 colors on the television.
Hey, Mars.
That's
Who's
fair.
your top 5 big man passers?
Jokic and everybody else.
That's a hard
Jokic. Okay, so bigs is power forwards and centers or just centers?
Oh, okay.
Talent was
Both.
ass in the 70s. We don't have to lie. in this life.
Jokic, Bill Walton,
Is Gasol up there?
I ain't gonna lie.
Mark
Another
Gasol.
underrated guy is Sabonis. Sabonis.
Yeah,
underrated.
Arvidas Sabonis is up there. He's in the top
No,
5. so-
Sabonis. Demontis Sabonis.
Demontis Sabonis top 5. I don't know.
He's
good,
top.
though.
He's second league right now behind Jokic, big man, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah.
He's not a bad
I mean-
passer than Giannis. He's not a bad passer than Giannis.
Giannis shouldn't dribble more than 3 times. That's just my opinion. In order for that offense to work, he should not have to dribble the
Oh,
ball
I
more than 3
agree.
times.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I
but
agree with that
Coach Bud's a fraud.
He
so
He
that's
supposed to.
what
I think Giannis supposed to play more off the ball more.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in the dunker spot or like posting up.
But I
somebody
think-
else should be handling the playmaking responsibilities for everybody else. Because when Giannis does it, if shooters aren't hitting, then he just takes it in his mind. Go run, go dunk. And then it doesn't work all the time. So it's just like now he looks worse than he actually is. And Coach Bud doesn't help because Coach Bud looks like a Jimmy Neutron character.
Nah,
And he's stupid.
I think Bud overrated. Bud overrated as a coach.
I feel like he.
I think so too.
Nah,
I think
he
I
sucks.
found my people.
Everybody knows that,
Just
bro.
saying everything I've said over the past few months. I like
Yeah,
it.
I
No.
don't think
And
No.
First,
Anthony Edwards over
I'm a
Jalen
Heat
Green.
fan.
There you go.
Bull a little overrated
I
too.
can't
There
kick
you
you,
go.
but
Yep. Yep.
That's
We
a
can.
fact. That's a fact.
Okay, who's winning 1-on-1 through dribbles? Ant or Jalen Green?
And
Jalen
I'm
Green.
sorry, I got Ant.
Jalen Green.
How?
Nah, okay,
So
here's
you-
my
I'm
thing.
a
How is
Rockets
Jalen
fan.
Green winning?
I'm a Rockets
Yeah, I'm a
fan.
Ro- oh, you're a Rockets fan too?
Because
Damn, I feel bad. For you.
Houston.
Watch those games.
Me too.
I live in Houston.
Me too.
Born and raised.
Y'all don't
Born and
have.
raised.
Okay, you got the Astros. Go watch baseball. Everybody
But
else
it's
sucks.
like I can't even defend Jalen Green at this moment right now because like he's
I'll say it now.
Talk about ass efficiency.
It's not Jalen Green's fault, man.
Yeah, it's his second year though, so I'm not. I got
the system he is in right now. Steven Silas is making it impossible. For him.
So yeah, y'all don't mess with Steven Silas no more because like
I never messed with Steven Silas. I ain't gonna lie. They've never been good with him as a coach. Granted, James Harden left, but like they've always been the worst team in the league with him as a coach. That's crazy.
I got a question. Who y'all taking? Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green?
Jalen Green.
I don't want either one of them.
I might take.
Can I take Franz? I don't want either one of them.
Jalen Green is going to be the best player from his draft.
I think
okay, that's not true.
Are you a real Rockets?
SB?
I watched the Rockets is like my third.
Hey man, how long y'all gonna keep up?
Mars genuinely be watching Rockets.
How long y'all gonna be up here?
And it's painful to watch.
I bet it is.
No, it's really bad.
That's why you don't like Ant-Man.
I went to the
Ant-Man's fun to watch.
We're not capped about 2018. We telling the truth,
Luka.
man.
No, y'all ain't.
To
To say that a guy took a playoff team that was 29th ranked defensively coming to the season to the finals is ridiculous. You can't say that's overrated.
He's not talking about LeBron. He's just talking about the Eastern Conference being mid.
Okay,
it's two different things.
You also had a New Jersey Nets team who won 49 games and made the finals. That was mid also. So don't say something.
We called it mid.
Look, you also cannot say just because the Raptors choke and his teams play good in every other series, he only had Kevin Love who scored double digits compared to the other team had 4 or 5 players who scored double digits. That's facts. So why y'all trying to prove a point of saying something overrated out there? I'm cool with not being the greatest because you can't be the greatest if you don't win. And also, if you look at his stats, he almost averaged 35 with a triple double.
Nobody could guard him. Name a defender that he went against that playoff.
Hey, I agree with most of his points. I agree with most of his points.
Hey, but
holding people accountable is something that we have to do. Old heads even love doing that, holding guys accountable. So I'm gonna hold guys accountable for playing trash and allowing LeBron James hold him accountable for playing great.
Because the narrative was to
How they allow
supposed to be
LeBron
this
to
59-win team
I'm
that was supposed to be
I'm holding Lowry and DeMar DeRozan accountable for playing trash, and for that to be a very determining factor on why they swept them in 2018.
They choke.
I could give credit to
I don't think Kyle Lowry played that bad. I don't think it was great, but DeMar DeRozan.
By the way, I was listening.
Y'all finna waste my time yelling about LeBron.
Y'all main point was the competition thing. The same thing I tell people about when they do the thing with Jordan in the 90s. You cannot control who you play. You play who's in front of you. To take that team to the finals with one of the worst defensive teams in the league. They was ranked like 29th, almost 30. No team has ever made the finals being that worst. I think the next lowest maybe the Warriors with 11th. But nobody, and usually if you make the finals, you're a top 10 defense, majority top 5.
You said no team has made the finals like that, right?
That's 29th. Defense.
29th. Don't you think that him facing a weaker conference than a lot of people in NBA history is
doesn't he play a part in that 29th ranked defense?
He does play a part in that as well.
I can hear you. Repeat what you said. I'm sorry.
Me or him?
No.
I said. All right. You said the 29th ranked defense. They were the only team to do that, right?
Yep, that's a fact.
Shouldn't we acknowledge the fact that a large part of the reason on why that was possible for his team to do that is because of the weak Eastern Conference, which was at the time, where a lot of other teams who were 29th ranked in defense did not have that benefit of going up against a conference that was that weak.
But you contradict yourself because the conference had to be decent or good during regular season. They was ranked bad defensively. You contradict
being the worst in the league. Being the worst in the league does
their
not.
defense would be ranked higher because the conference is weak.
No, that makes no sense.
No,
the
Cavs
they
were
were
29th
worse in the West and the East. So
the Cavs were 29th. By the
they were 29th.
As a fact. Yeah.
Yes,
there's 30 teams.
Period. And they were still ranked low against the Eastern Conference too.
Hey, duh.
So they were bad. Okay.
But SB, I would just say like,
hey, I got a question.
No, I said what I brought up earlier. Like, it just depends on how you view the 2018 run. Like, where do you view it? Like, where do you think of all the playoff runs? Probably where you.
Out of LeBron, it was
It's fifth at best because he didn't win a championship. I
I
don't
can't put it as. I mean, I'm going on the fact of saying that, like, anybody who said the greatest, I disagree. But to say overrated, you can't overrate.
People are calling it the greatest, which means it's overrated.
I don't agree with those people.
That's
No,
overrated.
I agree.
That's
We're saying it's not the greatest, but people do call it the greatest.
That's
Which means
overrated.
if people are calling it the greatest, that would make it overrated.
People say this is the reason he's the GOAT.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
I've never
It
heard
is
anybody
overrated.
say that though. I've never
It's
heard.
overrated. It's
somebody-
overrated. I'm still not gonna go.
I've heard people out their mouths say that MJ could not do what LeBron James.
That's
has done.
wild.
In my
I don't agree
opinion,
with
that's
After
that.
game
severely
one,
overrated.
I heard more LeBron was the GOAT than I did after he came back from 3-1.
I mean, you.
I've never heard that.
I got, hold on, let me say this for the record. I got Michael
I
Jordan as
wasn't
a GOAT, but I
alive
don't necessarily know if he could have probably did that because we seen Michael Jordan in this situation where he didn't have help and his other guys didn't
Against
score.
the better
And who was he losing to?
He played against like the 86 Celtics.
Who was he losing to?
Against the
He
bad
lost,
boy
he lost,
Houston
he
and the
lost,
86
he
Celtics.
lost to the Pistons. The
LeBron
Celtics,
played
he lost
DeMar
to the Cavs
DeRozan.
before too.
No, I think he lost to the Bucks.
Bucks. He lost to a lot of couple teams, but when you don't have no help, how can you be mad at that? Because honestly, the Raptors should have beat them. The Pacers should have beat them. Their team was garbage.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question. I have a question. I
I got to answer.
What's the question?
Who does MJ lose to in the 18 Eastern Conference? If you just swap them, who does MJ lose to?
First of all, you going off hypothetical, we don't know. But
Nobody.
he would
He
lose
does
to any
nobody.
of those teams with the team that he has set because basketball is a team
Nobody.
sport.
Don't bring up the Bucks and
individual.
MJ's rookie year, number one. Let's MJ's rookie year.
He lost to them.
saying-
We lost to the Celtics. But I'm saying we
In
going
his
off
rookie year?
hypotheticals. Only one
No, rookie year was Milwaukee.
But it would be hard for any legend to win a series when your teammates are playing trash. Y'all forget this is a team sport. We always blame the one person, but it's not. It's the team. That Cavaliers team was trash.
It's not
I
that
agree.
hard when the opposing team is not playing that good either.
That's a
See,
fault of that team, and that's credit to them.
Yeah,
Because
that's
also-
I
But
was
they're
saying,
playing
like,
better. They're playing better.
No, because you also got to give LeBron
playing
credit
better.
for him because that Cavaliers team was the worst team coming into the playoffs. They turned up into a top 10 defensive team in the playoffs. That's when they got better, mainly from that Raptors series because the Raptors played trash and their defensive rating went up. But
Everybody else was cooking.
Yeah, the whole team.
Everybody else.
Hey,
He couldn't even say that. He couldn't even say it.
Everybody else was cooking them besides the Toronto Raptors, where they
this
should
is-
have been cooking them.
Yo, this is
And the
Bogdanovich
whole
and Oladipo
argument.
was cooking them.
So this is the
Tatum
whole
and Brown.
argument.
genuine
is
question.
hard-
How bad? This is a genuine question. I'm not even trying like this is a genuine question. How bad do you like? Y'all think the 2018 Cavs was that garbage?
Yes.
Nah.
They
They
were
were
poverty.
bad. They were
I-
bad.
like if you take off LeBron off that team, they're
Yeah,
really
if
a
you
lot
take
of
off
team.
LeBron, of course, yeah. But
So,
I'm
but
talking
like,
about
I-
it's surrounding
Their
pieces.
first pick.
Yeah,
If-
of course. I mean, yeah. That's
So
how
putting
they-
that in perspective,
If
putting
the
that in perspective,
Celtics wasn't
putting that-
young, they would have beat them. If the Celtics,
like really,
the Celtics
real
was
talk,
young.
real talk. Putting that in perspective, he's really taking a team that should be a lottery team, and he's taking them to the finals. Now, like I said, like he said, it is overrated. It is overrated. If you go try to say this man is that's his greatest final run, that's crazy. That is crazy. He came back 3-1 against probably the greatest team, one of the greatest teams of all, not one of the greatest teams,
But I feel like
potentially the greatest team of all time.
Take that team to the
reason why
finals is
people don't make that
ridiculous.
run,
He went against teams, even if
Do y'all
that
disagree
Eastern Conference
with
was
that?
weak.
Hold on.
Even if that Eastern
Conference agree with that him making the finals is ridiculous, regardless.
With that team, yes.
I'm asking Dub and Morris. Do you guys at least think that it's ridiculous for them to have gone to the finals?
I give him credit.
I think
give him
it's cool.
credit.
I think it's cool. He made
I
the
personally
finals,
believe.
but
I
if
agree.
LeBron lost to any of the, if he lost to Boston, people would have said he should have won.
Should have lost.
Yeah,
exactly.
And if
I
he lost
agree
to
that
Toronto,
every
if he
series
lost to
is
Toronto, he would have
And-
got killed. If he lost to
And
Indiana, he would have got
I
killed.
should have got on here earlier too with your boy Mookie, who's a Kawhi stan. First of all, if anybody knows, he's a Kawhi stan capping with the Kawhi run. Kawhi had a great
Mookie's
team.
straight
They had a
cap,
winning
bro.
record
Mookie's
without
straight
Kawhi.
cap.
Kawhi value
Yeah,
showed
that is
in that
true.
one series
Cap
against
hard.
the Sixers. Besides
Facts.
that, he
And he
literally
traveled.
was just there. They just needed to gotta hit the
Can we
shot.
not talk about that?
Bro, I just
Leave it alone.
want
Now,
to
if you
say
want
this
to talk
though.
about a run, hold on, wait. If you want to talk about a run that's overrated, you could talk
can't
about that
trust
Toronto
Mookie, bro.
Raptors run.
Mookie
I
said
don't want to
that-
talk about the Sixers series
I've
anymore.
already
I'm
said
tired
that.
of this.
I'm not saying the Sixers.
Wait,
I'm
Wait,
talking
you
about
said
that.
wait. The 2019
Raptors
Kawhi
run
Leonard
is overrated.
Why?
Yes.
He had one elite
Yes.
Because
series.
when people
He had
when
an
people,
elite
when
team.
people
That
look
team
at that
was set.
2019 run, they look at all those crazy numbers, heavily inflated by that Orlando series, by the way.
Thank you.
Then the
Yeah,
Philly
not
series
about
he was then the Philly series he was great. I agree.
Cap.
Traveled on the game winner, but we moved.
He did travel.
Yeah, yep.
We don't.
Then
know.
then then you
I'm
got
tired
then
of
you
shit.
got then you got the Bucks series. People say he locked up Giannis. He did
Cap.
It was a team
No, the
effort.
team.
That
The
was
team
Marcus
did.
It,
Gasol.
it, it was
Marcus
fantastic
Gasol.
team
That was
defense.
Marcus Gasol.
I've also made the
It was
claim
both.
that
It was
Gasol,
both. It
Pascal
was.
Siakam,
It wasn't both.
Kawhi,
He wasn't the primary defender.
when that wall didn't get
Serge
set
Ibaka.
up, Kawhi was being absolutely obliterated by Giannis.
Abused.
So
And then they
no,
were
Like a
gonna lose
child.
he
to the
wasn't
Warriors.
even coming close.
My
to
question is
knocking
this:
out Giannis.
what
They were gonna lose to the
what
Warriors.
top 10 player you couldn't put on that Raptors team and they could have won the championship?
Like, all you have to do was replace DeMar DeRozan with any competent scorer. That's all you have to do.
It's
That's what
over
happened.
with.
That's all they did.
KD, on
LeBron
that,
literally
KD
all
on
it
that team wins a championship.
KD
LeBron wins a
championship.
championship.
I can say if you might put Paul George on that team, they might win a
Okay,
championship.
okay.
Nah, they win. They win. Nah, they win. They win. They win. Nah, he's not capping. They win. Nah, they win.
No, why would you
Yes,
playing with Paul George like that?
AD,
They win.
That's MVP Paul George, you know. That's
No, yeah, no way.
They win.
Dub.
No, without a doubt,
MVP
they
Paul
win.
George is the thing because he played with
No,
Russ.
stop.
Kyle Lowry's not doing that for Paul
Kyle
George.
Lowry is basically Russell Westbrook. Kyle Lowry's basically Russell Westbrook.
Jesus Christ.
They still had an elite. They still had a great playmaker on
When
that
you
team.
get tired, you just
Which
stop
helps
trolling.
change Paul George. No, we're not. No, Paul George can win a final with that team.
Can I finish? Jesus Christ. Y'all gassing it, and this is why you gassing it. Kawhi Leonard. We just talked about the Philadelphia Sixers team, right? Kawhi
loses.
Leonard played great in that series, right?
Although he traveled, he played amazing. Yes.
He played great.
he played
So
great.
Paul, you're expecting a worse player in Paul
No.
George, where it took Kawhi Leonard playing great and being the better player than Paul George. You expect Paul George to beat them?
No.
Kawhi had to
Being
be
the worst
Kawhi
player,
to
and
beat
he's
the
gonna
Sixers,
probably play
and Paul
worse than
George
them?
isn't
Hold on,
touching
wait,
peak
hey,
Kawhi.
was 2018 when Paul George on the Thunder, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that
2018
MVP year? Paul was that MVP?
Top
year?
three.
Because of what?
And he got
Y'all
shut
don't
down
hear
by
me.
Joe Ingles. He got shut down by Joe Ingles.
Wasn't Paul George's
You
second
know
year
that
his
was
MVP?
the
that MVP?
Yeah, but
happened?
we're talking
What
about
happened?
it's 2019 is when he was the
He played the
MVP
bench that
candidate.
year.
That's the same
Okay,
year.
what happened against
Was
Portland?
it okay? Okay.
Oh, Portland, he
getting-
He didn't play well against Portland
Exactly.
either.
So what are we doing? PG's not winning that chip.
Yeah, he's not.
He's
I don't
not
know
winning
who. I don't know who
He's
said
not
Paul
winning
George. That
that
was
shit.
wild.
I'm sorry. I
two-way
was with
scorer.
y'all with KD. I was with y'all on that.
KD
Y'all
won
saying
that chip.
PG, y'all
LeBron won
dragging
that
it.
chip.
Y'all dragging it. And we listen, bro.
Nah,
Kawhi played great in that series. Like y'all can't sit here and just say any. Nah, bro. Come on, man.
No, Kawhi played well, but it was, I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't that great in the finals.
PG's not winning that chip. I'm not giving y'all.
At
PG.
all.
What's the real? all you
PG's
gotta
not
do is
beating
play defense
Milwaukee.
and get a shot. That's
PG's not beating
that's the
Philly.
same thing.
Huh?
Two-way player. All they need is a two-way player who can hit clutch shots. Paul George can do that.
Nah,
Kawhi-
not
No,
like
that's
Kawhi.
not- nah.
Kawhi was on one. Kawhi was on one.
Kawhi
in
was
2019.
definitely
Come
on one. He
bro.
was-
That Philly series, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he even in the Milwaukee series he was pretty good too.
Bless you.
That was more than
Bless you.
I think they gassed because it was Giannis.
Kyle Lowry was better. We made.
Kyle Lowry balled
Jesus, Mars, stop.
Go watch the 2019 Eastern Conference Finals. Kyle Lowry was playing great. Like I don't know. What to say.
Kyle
I'm
Lowry.
not hearing this.
Kyle was
He was playing
playing
great.
great.
It's not
Kyle
happening.
was
Hey,
playing
no, wait.
great.
What series? Wait, what series was it when he had 0 points though? I just need to remember that.
Pick one. He did it twice.
multiple.
Pick one.
That's a.
He did it more than
I
once.
don't know.
That's not
Why
irrelevant.
is that irrelevant? I just want to know. 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 Why is that irrelevant?
He went scoreless, but we moved. We'll move the same way.
Wait, why is that irrelevant? I just want to know.
It means nothing.
It doesn't support his Kyle Lowry agenda.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move the same way.
Hey,
He went
Mars,
scoreless, but we moved.
Mars, you still think Kyle Lowry better than Rondo?
He's not.
All time.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry's better. Kyle Lowry's better, Rondo. Why not?
No way.
All time.
No way, bro.
Put Kyle Lowry on the 08 Celtics and they still win.
Man, you can play
You put
anybody.
Rondo on the 19 Raptors, they win more.
Yes.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know what I meant.
Hey, playoff Rondo is different from playoff Kyle
For sure.
Lowry.
Oh, and soul it is.
Listen, bro.
I'm gonna say.
Y'all don't understand. Kyle Lowry be
Peak
choking
Rondo
up
is
there.
better. Any peak Rondo is better than
Hey,
peak Kyle Lowry for sure.
Hey,
Peak
Rondo
is better.
not scared of LeBron.
No, he not.
Yeah,
And he's gonna
he's
lose
not.
him regardless. You can't.
Hey,
It's not
he got
gonna
a game.
change the
He got
fact
a
that he's
game.
gonna get cooked
Rondo
regardless.
go get a game.
Nah, that's
No,
Kyle
he's
Kyle
not.
Lowry is 2-12.
Rondo gonna get a game. That's
Two
why
and
he's doing
12.
them, right?
No,
realistically,
realistically, Rondo is better
Hey,
than Kyle Lowry, but
Hey,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got a question.
Cool.
Yo, who's better, prime Rondo or prime Darren Williams?
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams.
Garrett Williams.
Darren Williams was.
You said
could say-
prime
You could
Rondo?
say
I
he
don't
was
know.
better than
Prime
Chris Paul.
Rondo
You
was
could
different.
argue he was better than Chris Paul.
Man,
Darren Williams
Oh,
is
no,
the
no,
the best point guard in the league.
Nah, Darren Williams was never better than CP.
Yeah, he
It
was.
was an argument. It was an
There was
argument.
also an argument for Rondo too, Mars.
No, that's because people were bored. People were bored. And they
No,
just wanted to
Mars,
hear
I
it.
lived through that shit. What are you
People were bored.
talking about, bro?
Okay, and I was born. And I was born 5 years later. And I went back in time and I realized no.
The best what they was
2012 is like the best time you can make an argument.
They was arguing that. I lie to you not. We was really arguing that.
Yes, Rondo had an argument when Linsanity was going on. People were bored. That is why Rondo had an argument.
Linsanity was going crazy. What are you
And who
talking
locked
about,
him
though?
up? Who locked him up?
Russell, people are bored.
Hey, Dub, who locked him up? Who locked him up? Who locked up?
Hey, Rondo did lock
Who
up.
locked up
Rondo did lock
Linsanity?
up. Rondo did lock up. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
John Wall
Who
locked up too.
Linsanity? Who locked up
John Wall.
Linsanity?
John Wall.
Since LeBron don't lock up. Who
The
locked
only
up
good
Linsanity?
thing-
Oh, that game against Miami where he
God.
stunk. Oh yeah, no one cares.
Oh
Are
my
you serious?
God.
I'm playing. No, I'm not. No.
You're
I'm not.
using
I'm not.
Jeremy Lin to prove
I'm
LeBron's
not.
defense?
No, man. I'm
Right,
playing
that's
around.
terrible.
Bro, don't disrespect Jeremy Lin. Don't disrespect Jeremy Lin.
When's the last time Jeremy Lin played the NBA?
Only good thing came from Jeremy Lin. He got traded to the Rockets, and the Rockets got
2019
James Harden. That's
2019
it.
Raptors. I
That's
think.
only good thing that came
So
from
I
Lin.
was so mad
He
when
was
we
on
traded
the-
for him and he ain't do
I
nothing.
thought he was on the. I thought he was
Yes,
on the
remember they
Hornets.
built this team. They traded Jeremy. They
Yes.
signed Jeremy Lin, and then they traded for him and James Harden. And Jeremy Lin was supposed to be the guy, and Harden was supposed to be the number 2. And Harden took over the team.
There's no way that's how that was looking.
Yes, it
Is
was.
that what it was
You
like
gotta
in
think about-
2012?
Yes,
Yes,
it was.
you gotta think about it.
Yes.
Who
I was 3.
who was the biggest
intense.
star in Houston? Yao Ming. They love overseas, Japan, China, everything like that. They pushed Jeremy Lin as the guy. He didn't live up to it in Harden.
Okay, so who was the number 1 in Houston? T-Mac or yeah? When they got T-Mac?
It was T-Mac.
It was
So-
Yao because T-Mac couldn't stay healthy.
Yao couldn't stay out.
Y'all wasn't healthy either.
Yao was more healthy than T-Mac though.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Yao missed half the
It's
season
one
at
in
least
the-
3
it's-
times in
it's
Houston.
one in the
T-Mac
same.
did
They both
too.
got
Yeah, that's a
hurt.
mid off for me. That's a mid off.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mid-off
They
is
both
crazy.
got
Like,
hurt.
relax.
They both got
Relax. We're
hurt.
not
So
gonna
it's
disrespect
like,
him.
T-Mac
I'm not
only led-
disrespect. No, he's talking about injuries. I'm not. I'm just being honest. They were both getting injured, bro. So like,
Hey man, that don't
T-Mac
that
only
don't
led
not.
the T-Mac
that
only
09
led the
Rockets
team
team
in
coulda
win
did
shares his
something
first
if they
year
were
there.
healthy.
And when they built
Ain't
the
gonna lie.
offense around him,
Yeah, you're making me
everything
sad
else
right
was through Yao.
Yo, speaking of like we talking about runs, we talking about 2018. What else I think was like all in collective 18, 2001. Yeah, I guess you said
2007 is overrated.
2007, 2002. Any
The Nets
any
making
Eastern
the finals
Conference.
02 and 03 was extremely mid.
Their competition was Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker, bro.
Man,
Paul Pierce.
Isn't that why they changed the All-Star game?
Yeah.
Like,
The 80s West. Damn near any
80s West.
Yo,
80s
The 80s West
run.
wasn't
Yo,
that bad.
I realized
It was
something.
just
Yo,
all
hold
worse
on.
than the Lakers.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all
Go ahead.
always, y'all talk about LeBron East, but Magic West was just as worse as LeBron's.
Yes.
Oh,
Talk
I said
about
that.
it.
The 80s,
Talk
the 80s,
about
I
it.
said that as well. The 80s West was trash.
Talk
The 80s.
about it, Jason. Talk about it.
I mean,
Yeah, like-
terrible.
yeah, I
nobody
said
talks
terrible.
about it because everybody loves
They
Magic.
praise Magic.
I
They
said
praise
this was
Kareem.
I say this
But
was
they
bad.
knock LeBron James for playing in a weak Eastern Conference, but they
Hey,
don't
Kareem-
knock Magic.
Don't start
and
this
Kareem
Kareem
ball.
thing.
couldn't even
Don't
make
say
I'm
they
just
knocked
saying.
LeBron. The title
Yeah,
of the
they
show
don't
is
do it.
LeBron's
They don't
run
keep
is
the same
overrated.
energy, bro. This is
You
facts.
got Kareem eighth. That is slander. They slander.
I got him 6th or 7th. One of those two.
It's not slander, bro. Hey,
What
SB,
you
that's
got,
not
Magic?
slander. That could be
Like,
true.
come on, he was
ahead of
he was beating. He was beating.
Dub, do you have Magic top 10? Dub, do you have Magic top 10?
I don't have Magic top 10. I'm
You
not
got
having
CP
Magic.
ahead of Magic.
this man does shit. He got
Chris Paul
6 or
ahead of
7.
Magic.
Phoenix. That's
Answer
OD.
me,
Y'all
dog.
listen to
Jacob.
Phoenix and the
Jacob,
Seattle
you hear
Supersonics
me?
in the playoffs.
CP ahead of Magic, bro?
Yes. That shit
Who
was
the
ass.
fuck you talking to? Who the hell is this guy talking to right now? We're not doing that. What are we doing?
But he said CP over Magic. He wilding.
Nah, he called me about my government. What is going on here?
That's
What do y'all rank the 2001 Lakers
That's
run?
crazy.
Move back. All right. You got it. You win.
That
you
is
win.
crazy,
You win.
bro.
Dub it is. I learned my lesson.
That's wild, bro. I can't believe this.
That was crazy.
Mark,
Hey,
you
man.
got it. I gotta get a drink, bro. What the fuck are we
guy,
doing, bro?
Sheesh.
What am I doing? What am I doing with the first?
I didn't enable alcoholism. That wasn't my bad. That was
That's
not
crazy.
my
Bro really
purpose.
did because you call him by Jacob.
what do you guys
It's
rate?
crazy. That boy finna pick up that
You
1942.
guys can answer this question because I'm.
Yeah.
I got a question. Do y'all think Steph Curry was robbed of that first Finals MVP? Because I look back at it.
Duh.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
Duh.
tell y'all this though. Klay
Not
Thompson
gonna
is the
lie,
reason why he lost it because when they started Iguodala, he had a bad game in that overtime with value equal dollar. Because I ain't never seen him in the game. He had damn near 40 in the game 6, and he still put up like a good dub. Him and Iguodala like 22-24.
They gave Iggy the Finals MVP for guarding LeBron when he wasn't the best defender on his team.
Yep.
Same in 2014. I don't think Kawhi was the. I think there's an argument, but
I think
Tim was a
Kawhi-
more impactful defender than Kawhi.
The people found out your real name, bro.
The Finals MVP was who
I don't
won
really
the
care. I'm
award.
guessing it.
I think Kawhi
Okay,
deserved
cool.
it more than
Had me thinking I was
Andre,
enabling
no.
addictions over there.
Anyone
Not
who
addicted, I
brings
just
up
like
2015 and says Steph didn't deserve
Double-holics is a
just
movement.
hate.
Yeah. All right,
He got robbed. No, he got robbed.
It's just hate.
Curry should have
It's
two.
literally
Curry
just
should have
hate.
two. Curry should
It's
have
just
two.
hate.
And it's disrespectful that he only has one.
He should have three.
He got
Wow,
robbed.
Kevin Durant. He should have.
He should have got
I
him in 2018.
That's a debate.
He should have three.
Yeah,
He should
but
have.
I think
He
he has two.
He should have three.
Two for sure.
He should have 2018 too.
He wasn't gonna get none over KD at all.
It's
Yeah.
kind
should have had
of
2018.
hard to. It's kind of hard to get a Finals MVP when in the game 3 you sync it up and KD.
Yeah.
But he outplayed him in every other game.
But that game tanked
it
his
up.
numbers. That game tanked.
Yeah.
But that's
It
Steph
ruined-
though.
it
Steph
ruined
has
the
a bad game in every Finals, and he plays elite in all the other games.
Yeah, I've already said that. That's why I said in the last Finals when he had that game with 0 threes. I knew it was about time. It was gonna happen at some point.
It had to
Everybody
happen.
agree with you.
Usually it happens in game 2 or
It's
3.
literally
This time
the
it happened
80s
in
West
game
was whack.
The 80s West was wild.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's he talking about?
Most of those
Mark
players
Aguirre
made
and
it.
Alex English ain't doing it for me. I ain't
Karl
gonna lie.
Malone and Stockton came at the end of it too.
You can't say
Most
an
of
era.
those
Portland had
players,
a
East
they
Portland
weren't-
had
they
a little
weren't-
waves.
they
Portland
weren't
was
even
good
good
for a
in
little
it.
bit with
You
Drexler.
can't say an era is good when two teams made it to the finals every year or they
Every
played each
year.
other finals. The Lakers and the Celtics in every finals. Or they played
Not
each other.
every year.
That's not a good era.
Is that it? No, not damn.
Sixers
Everyone.
got some.
The Pistons
got
and the
some in
Sixers.
there.
Yeah, the Sixers.
Philly got in at the start of the
And the
decade.
Lakers was there.
Houston got an
The
appearance in
Lakers
there.
won
but
there,
Boston
the
still
Celtics,
did.
they played each
Houston got 2, 81 and 86.
Oh yeah, I
They
forgot
played
about
the Celtics.
81.
Mo-
I be forgetting about Moses Malone, like,
yeah,
completely. I forget about Moses completely. Jesus Christ. Jesus
The
Christ.
greatest era is the
Moses
2000s.
Malone is a good Andre Drummond.
2000 the best era. Yeah, you're right.
I agree.
Yeah. 2000 to 2010 is the greatest era.
Moses Malone is what Andre. Moses Malone is what Andre.
What era is
Drummond
better? Don't say
Yeah.
2010.
Thank you, Mars.
In terms of a
I
guy that
agree.
like gets a lot of rebounds.
Mars, why did you
and gets a lot
agree
of
with that?
putbacks. Because he gets a lot of rebounds, he gets a lot of putbacks. He's good though. He's good.
He's
Cool,
great.
you know.
He's alright. He's alright.
He's what
For
Andre.
his, for his
He's
era,
what.
for his era, he was amazing.
He's what Andre Drummond's archetype would be if you made it a 99 overall in 2K.
Bro, you said two.
No,
Come on, bro.
Moses Malone. Put him in today's era. Is Andre
It's Andre Drummond.
Exact same thing. Exact same thing.
Nah,
He's Andre Drummond.
He just played. He just played.
This is the
I'll
old
say
head.
that.
Y'all,
Old heads might have
Oh,
skewed my judgment on
This
that.
is
bro.
Let me
the
chill
old
for
head.
Flu and
I
pop
need
up.
to hear.
Yeah, I'm
Tell me that
about to
I
get
need
clips. I'm about to
I-
get clips.
dog.
He didn't watch Moses Malone.
Hey, I need a
promise
clip.
y'all.
I need a clip. What can
He
I
did
say?
not
Let me.
watch Moses
Y'all, we clip
Malone.
fishing.
I hate when
We
people,
clip
I hate when
fishing.
people like, oh, you
We
ain't
clip
watching.
fishing.
You was born like in 1985.
You ain't getting
no
no
clips.
clips.
The dude was
Andre
born
Drummond
in.
is crazy.
Bro, the dude
No,
was
it's
born
not.
in 1973, bro. He was
He
10.
saw. He was 10.
He was
Who
10.
was?
Crazy.
Who you talking about?
Fluent.
Oh,
He was 10.
I mean, that's the born 1973 is still crazy alone, but yeah, that's
That boy
10.
50. That man
No,
is
I think
50.
he's younger than 50 actually. So he was.
Listen, I'm
He
old.
was
like
actually
3
born in
months.
He was actually born in 78 then, which means
That's
he was
crazy.
fucking 5. They didn't watch
was
him
only
play,
45?
bro.
Like
They didn't watch him play.
Ticket talking about all these old people he watched none of they had played.
Ticket look like Steve Francis.
Man, he just used the same. He used the same excuse. He's just like, oh man, that player has.
They
a dog.
literally
He will
the
do
old heads
everything.
the old
Ticket
heads
get on my
literally
nerves,
did.
bro.
The old heads
Nah,
literally
Ticket
did.
hilarious,
lie.
Wait,
though.
hold up. To talk about Kareem and Moses,
Y'all
they
got him
literally
started.
did what they're accusing me and Mars of doing. They went down, they looked at the articles because they didn't have basketball. They looked at articles, they listened to the old heads talk. They will watch ESPN.
They
and
cut
stuff,
out newspaper
whatever they would
clippings.
say, whatever they would say, and that's how they learned
and they
basketball.
just took it, right? They
About
just
the
took it.
70s
And because
and
they're
the
old,
80s.
we just have to
That's
take
what
their
they
word
did.
for it.
Exactly. That's all that they do. They didn't watch the games like that. They were little kids back then.
They do the
But it's
same
still
thing we do. They
ridiculous
just
to
get a
say though
seniority
that
pass.
Andre Drummond is Moses Malone. Like, come on, bro, stop it, stop it.
He
Yeah,
is.
I got
He
you.
is.
Level up
Yeah, I'm not
Moses
down on
Malone,
that
bro.
hill.
Y'all
That's
moving
fine.
on.
That sounds.
I'm not
All
agreeing with that.
Moses
That's
Malone,
gross.
all Moses Malone could do is grab
Uber Eats,
rebounds,
you don't know me. I would
draw
say that
fouls,
to
and
your
maybe
face,
hit
man.
That
a
was-
mid-range.
So he
jumper.
had no
That
post
just,
work. Oh,
yeah,
my
that just
God.
sounds crazy.
Nah,
I'm not gonna
he's
lie.
mid. He's mid. Wasn't a great
mid.
defender.
Andre Drummond is not
at
going to go down as
all.
a top 100 player at all. Moses Malone.
Yeah, because he's playing in a better era.
Because he's
Andre
playing
Drummond's in the
against-
80s and he
What
wins
does
just as
what
many
does that
titles.
mean? What does that
He's
mean?
better than Moses
Andre
Malone.
Drummond has to guard Joel
And ever
Embiid.
back then, you had to get a VCR. Now we can just pull something on a laptop. Y'all
Andre
comparing
Drummond
apples
has to
and
play against
oranges.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
Moses
that's
Malone has to
life.
play
That's
for the
life.
Warriors.
Andre Drummond is
That's
better.
why.
Andre Drummond is better.
Andre Drummond better.
Andre Drummond is better. Andre Drummond is better. I don't know.
Like, he's not serious.
Andre Drummond is better than him. Andre Drummond is
If
better.
you do the most skilled,
No.
Andre Drummond or Moses Malone, what we doing?
Moses
talking
Malone.
about,
bro?
Y'all know the
right
ball.
now, bro.
Non-ball knowers.
Drummond got a bag.
You know what y'all
Not
gotta
a
do?
good
You know what
bag,
we gotta
but
do?
it's
You
a
know what we
bag.
gotta do? Put the
Not great at
1v1 on the
all.
blacktop in 2K. That's what we gotta do.
Look,
That's what we
this-
gotta do.
I got you.
That's what we gotta do. I'm
I
finna
got
go.
you.
Hey, I'm finna go on
I'm
2K
finna go
right
right
now
now.
and put them on the 1v1.
I'm about to go watch
That's
them
what we
play.
gotta do. That's how we
I'm
should
gonna
rate
watch them play.
from now on. From now on, look.
I'm
if
going
we
to
gotta
11.
Talk about an old head and a
I'm
new
going
gen.
to 11. Moses
player.
Malone.
Let's
Right,
go.
because
Let's go
2K,
put the
2K
blacktop
did
on
2K didn't make Scottie
and do
Pippen
the
in
1v1.
'97 because 2K didn't make Scottie Pippen in '97.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scottie Pippen does
2K
not
don't know
deserve
what
a
2K don't know
97.
what they're doing. 2K don't.
Moses Malone is a
2K does not
97.
deserve a 97, bro.
So Scottie Pippen was
Moses
the top
Malone is a
top 10
97.
player in the
John
90s.
Stockton's probably like a 90 in
Huh?
that game. I bet you.
I mean,
Scottie
you
Pippen
know,
was the top 10
hey,
player in the
Dub,
90s.
that deserved that merits a '97.
How many 90?
He was
How
top
many
5
90?
at certain years. He was top
Dub,
5.
hey,
Bro,
Dub,
I don't even
John-
think the top 10 players
Hey,
in our era right
hey,
now have a
hey,
97.
JJ,
What
John
the
was like a 98.
Giannis is the only one of 97
You said
in
what?
today's era.
Giannis,
John-
LeBron.
Why are we
All the
talking
all-time
about
players
2K?
got 98.
But you said top 10.
Like, come on, bro.
What happened?
Wait, hey, Trey, what you
Scottie Pippen is mid.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
I'm not
Wait,
gonna
Trey,
hold
Trey,
you.
Trey, what'd you say?
I think
I
it's
said
a
John
drop.
Stockton.
If I'm thinking of a
That's what I'm saying.
97,
Oh
Like,
my
what
God.
are we doing?
if I'm not gonna hold you, if I'm looking at a 97, I'm looking like James Harden, AI.
I'm finna check for you right now. I'm
They
gonna
had.
check
Hey, real talk. Trent, nah, Trent.
Nah, Mars,
Trent,
Mars.
Not doing
Hey,
that.
Mars.
We're not
97 AI.
Hey, no, Trent just hit on something
What's
crazy.
97 for y'all? What's
Trent just hit on
97?
something.
So
Like,
Allen Iverson's
What range?
2 overalls.
What
over
range?
97 is
Like a
like
95.
Y'all know it's
Hey, I'm
playoff
Kobe,
series when Scottie
Tim
Pippen led
Duncan.
in all
Prime,
stats.
Kobe,
Garnett.
Tim
Michael Jordan
Duncan.
led in
No,
points.
they're
That's
not
it.
the
no, 97 is like Kevin. 97 is like Kevin Garnett.
Mike only led in
KG.
points before, right?
They got KG. They got KG on the
T-Mac in
Celtics at
Orlando.
94, bro.
T-Mac in Orlando. I'm pushing it, but
Hey,
I gotta.
AI's
Dwight Howard.
T-Mac in Orlando.
T-Mac in Orlando is higher rated than AI.
AI
Oh, for sure.
is a
Of
higher
course.
rating.
This way y'all
AI's a 90.
because of
Hey,
2K.
listen,
That's
listen,
probably y'all need to stay.
Moses-
No. We're not gonna do this though. We're not gonna do this because they go.
2K would tell us.
Y'all
2K would
debate
tell us.
debaters. Y'all debate 2K
Let's
ratings. Get your
Hey, that's what I was just gonna say.
Hey,
That's what I was just gonna say.
hey.
Trent just hit on something. He 2K will tell you that John Stockton probably was the best point guard of his era because he was a
Listen,
98
ever.
2K would tell us that
Ever.
Magic
Let
Johnson
me
is
show
a
it.
good
Let me-
defender.
look,
That's
look,
what
look,
2K would
That's
tell
what
us.
I'm
And Magic Johnson was
They
ass.
said that man was chased down blocking people.
I swear to God.
Well,
They said that man was chased down.
Listen. Allen Iverson's a higher rating than Julius Erving on his own team. He has a 96.
Like
and
a
fucking
4
Jay's a 94.
overall difference.
It's only
JJ,
two.
Hey,
how do you
hey.
have the lockdown badge and you ain't never fucking make an All-NBA
Bro,
defensive
they
team?
got this
How do
man.
you have that? How do you have that?
Guys.
How do you have that?
They got that man,
guys.
Magic
Look.
Johnson. They got Magic
badge.
Johnson sprinting from
Look.
court to end
They
to
got
end
Magic
blocking
Johnson
people.
spraying from 3.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm
Dude,
saying.
Gary,
Actually, I'll say this. Towards the end of his career, he was starting to start hitting them
He had
things,
to
but
jump. They make Magic
still.
perfect. Magic
They made him
Johnson
seem
is
like he was
6'9"
deep.
Jesus in 2K.
Bro, I can shoot.
He can do
shoot
everything.
I can shoot from half court with Bob Cousy. I don't know how that shit makes any sense.
Y'all
bro.
know AI was
These
the
niggas
first-
be having
I don't know how that
94
shit makes
threes
sense,
in the
bro.
60s
I don't know
and
how that
50s.
shit
What, SB?
Bob Cousy
AI
is
was the
crazy.
first 2K cover. I believe he never gonna be trash on 2K.
Nah, he got the 2K cover 3 years in a row.
3 years in a
He
row.
had a
Four.
statue in the game.
Four.
Which
Yeah, he's a
Allen
statue
Iverson
in
not
the
gonna be
game.
trash.
Yeah.
Nah, they better not make AI trash on 2K.
Bro, but you're not gonna tell me that John Stockton's a 98 overall in 2K.
I
Bro.
just
I'm
want
not
y'all to know.
taking that.
I just want y'all to know
I'm not
that
taking
Andre
that.
John
Drummond is winning
Stockton
this
should be like a
blacktop game.
76 overall.
Andre Drummond is winning this blacktop game.
Yo, that's nasty, Morris.
John
Morris, that's
Stockton's low
nasty.
key a backup.
Andre Drummond is winning
John
this blacktop
Stockton
game.
John Stockton and Lonzo Ball are the same person. They're the
Lonzo's
exact
better.
same.
He plays better
They're the
defense.
exact same. They don't don't
Lonzo plays better
score. They
defense.
can shoot. They can shoot the ball. They can play defense and they can make basic passes. Exact same person.
But I trust Lonzo with my team.
John Stockton, Lonzo Ball in the 90s is exactly what John Stockton was.
I'd rather have Lonzo Ball.
We don't know
He's
that
taller.
though.
Bro, they got John having. I just want y'all to know.
Lonzo won't play the way he played now if he was in the 90s. That's the point.
Y'all need to realize.
LaMelo clears
Kyrie Irving was in that.
Wait,
John Stockton doing all that dribbling. We never seen that before.
LaMelo clears John Stockton.
John Stockton is a higher rating than Giannis.
Wait, you said LaMelo clears?
Yeah, LaMelo clears John Stockton.
Wait, why? Why you say that? Why you say that?
Ben Simmons or
He just
John
plays
Stockton?
basketball better.
Squad.
That's it.
Nah, keep going. I need more
Bob
disrespect.
Cousy-
I need more
Cousy is
John
the same overall as
Stockton.
Giannis.
John Stockton
That's
today
right.
wouldn't be a top 10 point guard. Like, not even close.
That's not a hot take.
It's
Nah, that's-
factual.
I think John Stockton
Y'all
today
really
is low-key
compare
a
players
backup
on
point
2K ratings right now, though. That's
And
crazy.
we're
No. But just, hey, no, real talk. We got too far. We got too far. All we were trying to say is,
Time out,
all we were
hold on,
trying to say
JJ,
is,
hold on, because I gotta address
why
this.
we
I
can't
gotta
rank
address this,
errors.
JJ.
We can't
We're on
make
episode
pessimistic. We
15.
can't judge
We're on
errors.
We're on
Errors are
episode
different.
15. We're on episode 15 for Open Gym. Like episode 18 for panel. Damn near 100 and something for PC. The one time out of fucking hours and hours of footage we're talking about 2K, y'all gonna bitch about it? Like,
Same,
come on,
bro.
I'm
Come
not
on
hearing
now.
that.
We're trying to have
I'm not
some
hearing
fun,
that,
bro. We're
bro.
trying to have
Like,
some
let's have
fun.
some fun, bro.
Yo, who's
Come on,
trying
Magic
to
Johnson.
Who's trying to watch me play somebody in
Yo.
2K right now,
Let's
bro?
have
Yo.
some fun,
bro. All I'm
Come
saying is,
on,
all I'm
bro.
saying is, like bringing perspective back. 2K will literally lie to the kids that
They
are playing
will,
2K
they
before they
will.
start,
They
and
will.
they'll tell
They
you that
really
Magic
will.
Johnson was locking up the best guys in the NBA. And
Magic
they'll tell you
Johnson.
that.
Magic
They'll
Johnson
tell
has
you,
an
man.
A interior defense.
They'll tell you Magic Johnson.
2K is terrible, though. 100%. 2K is
They'll tell
terrible.
you Magic
He has an
Johnson.
A in
2K
everything.
2K
Ratings
everything.
and everything, they definitely terrible.
2K
They'll
will
tell you-
have-
in everything, bro.
2K will have Karl Malone shooting a three like he's Steph
Yeah,
Curry.
yeah.
They'll have John Stockton over here going in 3 levels, scoring at the layups, the mid range, and the 3 like he was
Bruh,
just
they
him.
got- Yo,
Like-
listen, I seen Larry Bird do like 360 between the leg dunks in 2K. bro.
We'll
I'm
go
not
back
having
to
that
reality.
shit, bro.
We go
I'm not
back to
having that
reality
shit.
with this Super
2K
Chat.
too
Nasty
good, bro.
narrative for 5 minutes. More overrated, LeBron in 18 or Jordan
Can Jordan
97?
win?
Neither are overrated. What are we doing here? What? Why are
Jordan
they
won.
I
overrated?
mean, Jordan won, so I guess
Mike
he rates
won.
it higher than
Yeah, I was
Magic
gonna say.
Yeah,
Mike
Hey,
won.
look,
Jordan
so
won. So
if
it's
y'all
like-
want a hot take, I said this before. I said honestly, besides the flashy passes and good passes in transition, what is the real difference between Magic Johnson and Draymond Green?
What's the difference between Magic Johnson and Ben
Okay.
Simmons?
Oh,
That's facts. That's facts. That's
Defense.
facts.
Huh?
That's facts.
Defense.
No,
Think about
Hey.
it. Now, real life, think about
Exactly.
the place now.
Draymond Green
Think about
is
the
Magic
place
Johnson
now.
with defense.
I'm
Draymond
sorry,
Green is
no,
Magic
we're not
Johnson
doing this. We're not doing this.
Draymond Green is
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green is
Draymond Green is not creating advantages like Magic Johnson. We're not doing this. He is not creating advantages like
in the
that.
80s. It's easy to create advantages in the 80s. Oh, yeah, teams look this way and the team are running that way. They don't know what they're doing. People in the 80s ain't seen a look away in their life. You look this way, they're running over there. They don't know what's happening. They're clueless. They're clueless.
Yo,
They're clueless.
Y'all are gross. Actually, y'all are gross. Mars, you're actually gross. This is
Hey,
They're
hey,
clueless.
wait, hold on,
Magic
Mars,
Johnson
wait.
will do one in and out and people are spinning.
Yo, Magic Johnson's not gonna provide rim pressure and then still pass out.
Everyone
They
be
don't know what
quiet.
they're
Everyone be
doing.
quiet. Mars,
This is
question,
great.
How good will Rondo be on that Showtime Lakers?
Bro, they'll see that as
Rajon
sorcery, bro.
Rondo on the Showtime Lakers
That is
is
sorcery.
averaging like 19 and 15.
Yo, you got it.
He's doing exactly what Magic Johnson does with Ben. He's doing exactly what Magic Johnson. If you put Ben Simmons on the Showtime Lakers, I promise you it's the same thing.
Rondo coming up on
Shut
the
the hell
he do that little.
Yo,
Bro, what?
He's doing that, and 5 defenders are running this way. 5 defenders are running this way. The whole team is running that way.
bro.
See, look, the problem that
Bro.
people get, like, nobody said that Draymond was better. I got Magic in my top 10, but I'm talking about if you
So
look at
Draymond top 30?
basketball. Have any of y'all who saying this?
If we look at basketball,
moves, Magic goes up the coast, it goes up the post in the half court. Only time
if we looking at basketball, Magic Johnson is providing more rim pressure and creating more advantages than man Draymond is on offense. He's not the same player.
Anyone can create an advantage when teams don't.
Let me see Draymond do a baby.
Let
me see Draymond do a baby.
Let SB get this off. Let's do this thing. Go ahead, SB.
I watched the Lakers in the 80s play. If you watch when Magic Johnson bringing the court up in the half court, said he goes in the post like this, don't do no dribble moves, run an offensive set. Only time you see any flash of moves is in transition. So besides that, between
that's a fact though.
Hey, what's stopping being in transition? No, Gabe, do not agree with this. Gabe, do not agree with this.
Nah, that's a fact, bro.
That's fact. Magic Johnson is basically Mark Jackson. They're the same person. Magic Johnson and Mark Jackson are the same person. They're the exact same person. They're the exact same person.
No, listen. No, like, dead seriously, though. If you watch, listen, because people get mad if you actually watch the game. Because I even say this: everybody love Reggie Miller, but if you look side by side for Reggie Miller and Kyle Korver, it's no difference from how they play. You got to watch how they play basketball.
I'm done. I can't do this.
You say you done, but when you look, when you make up this, go watch Kyle Korver.
Wait, SB.
Buddy, let me say this.
The difference is volume. The difference is volume.
Hey, let him get this off.
Can I finish? Let me finish. I want you to do this right. I said play style. Didn't say better. Go look up Kyle Korver from Atlanta highlights and look up Reggie Miller highlights.
Okay. You got to West the most shooters.
They only shoot. They don't have no dribble moves. Their offense is running around off a screen.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Understand basketball?
That's cool. You're right. But we're not gonna let you slide by saying Draymond Green and Magic Johnson are the same player. That is gross. Like what?
Yeah, the only difference is Draymond Green is an elite defender.
Magic can't set no screens. Magic can't do no screen
screen
and roll at the offense at all. It's transition. That's the only real difference, bro.
What am I hearing right now? Magic Johnson in a half court set isn't even an NBA player. Realistically,
he's wilding.
He's not an NBA player.
Hey, Doug.
He's not an NBA player.
I got a question.
He's not an NBA player. If Magic Johnson couldn't play in transition, he'd be a.
I got a question.
Steve Kerr level player. That's what he is.
He's Steve
Kerr level player.
How did that come to your mind? How did Steve Kerr?
What you gotta say?
Steve Kerr level player. Role player 15 minutes a game. That's it. Role player 15 minutes a game.
Yo, y'all wild.
Yo. You started this.
And the Matrix is gonna delete it.
But I'm saying,
hold up, Gabe. Hold on. Let Gabe get this off.
Look. I just want to say that we're gonna clip this and we're gonna post it, and the Matrix is gonna delete it off the face of the earth because none of the others want to see this.
They don't want to see facts.
Yes, they don't want to see it.
Tag on my TikTok. Nobody dares.
Hey, I was gonna say, SB, get your Reggie Miller take off right now. Just get it off right now.
Everybody know my Reggie, bro. You already on my TikTok.
I'm just saying, do y'all know it, Mars and Dub? Y'all know it?
I don't know it.
Wait, I got a super chat.
I just look. Everybody, if you ain't seen my TikTok, I bet you seen this on TikTok. Nobody trash me on the debating sports. Anybody, you can clip this and anybody. I will cook everybody on my point. I don't have to. I will clip it side by side on YouTube from every point I'm saying, from the Magic, the Draymond, and the Reggie Cal Korver.
Okay.
Hold on, Jordan. I need to answer this. I need the super chat answered. Do 25 PGs from the 80s start today? So the top.
Not one star. Not one star. Not one.
Hold on.
Not one.
Magic might start on the worst team.
Yeah,
on the worst.
Magic Johnson isn't better than Killian.
They gonna play, but Magic gonna play like how they play.
Magic Johnson isn't better than Killian. He's not.
Oh my God! Bro, you go too far, bro.
Yeah, he's not better than Killian Hayes. He's not.
Dub, you just letting it slide? Dub, you literally let this come in your ears? Like what?
What the fuck are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
Come in your ears.
Oh God!
Go take a pause break.
But all I'm saying is that you know that if you put these players in this era, they're gonna play like the players today. If Magic has the dribbling skills and the ability to shoot, yes, he's gonna be good.
Wait, I want
to. Oh yes, give them abilities. Let's just give them abilities they never had.
Prime Kimball Walker.
They're not gonna have those abilities back then.
Let me get this off.
No. Let
me get this off.
Go ahead.
If we being real, the only difference between Minnesota Andrew Wiggins and 80s Michael Jordan is a shoe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here.
What's wrong with that? No, bring him back. What's wrong with that?
Everything. What are you talking about?
How?
Mike was averaging like 30. What are we talking?
What are we doing?
Against players who couldn't move. Go watch those 80 Celtics. Tell me Danny Ainge can't guard Andrew Wiggins. Danny Ainge can't guard Andrew Wiggins. What are we doing?
Stop at 70.
Kevin McHale and Bill Walton trying to step out on Michael Jordan. Andrew Wiggins averaging 45 on that team. 45.
God.
I've never done anything like this. All the shit that people talk about me, I've never done anything.
Andrew Wiggins
like
averaging 45.
Bro,
I don't know.
How did we just let the super chat slide?
Oh,
he wasted
super
$10.
chat. I don't know if this is nasty or not, but I think AI today would be
nasty.
Not bad. It wouldn't be nothing special.
AI would be Nick's Kemba Walker. It'd be Nick's Kemba Walker.
Jesus Christ.
Don't do AI like that. AI will go crazy.
That's what
he'll go crazy
with a slander. Magic and MJ. AI.
No.
Mars. Who's better, Penny Hardaway or Magic Johnson?
Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway.
It's not
Clear.
even close.
Last
It's not even close.
Magic
It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Hey, I'm gonna pull a low. I'm gonna pull a low.
I'm
gonna pull a low.
Y'all about to turn me into taking
Magic
away
got
y'all disrespecting
Magic got Magic got.
It's not
Ziploc
disrespect.
bags.
It's just
garbage
facts.
bags.
It's just facts.
This is Penny Hardaway.
Man,
This is Penny Hardaway.
It's disrespectful to compare Penny Hardaway to Magic Johnson.
Hey, so I got what y'all gonna say when it's 30, 40 years from now when all the new players are more skilled than the players we see?
I'm gonna be happy.
These players are bums. These players are bums. I'm gonna be saying that bums. Steph Curry couldn't play in 2018.
Like they bums.
Steph Curry couldn't play in 2018.
In 2060, when there's a player called LeBron Curry averaging
LeBron Curry.
8% from three, I'm gonna be like, that player would be better than any player ever, because that's evolution. I want the basketball game to be better.
Because we're not ignorant. We're not ignorant. We know what evolution is.
We don't need to cap and act like these old guys could play today. They can't.
They gotta let it go. Y'all gotta let it go.
Bro, they got two left feet in the 70s, bro.
Let it go.
Spin moves, bro.
Can't put it back anymore.
And that's my only gripe with old players is that they'll pick any player from the 80s and they'll be like, oh man, this player would be fucking Michael Jordan in this era.
What's the difference between DeMar DeRozan and Michael Jordan? Like, I want to know.
It's time to end the show. Appreciate y'all for being here. Like the video on y'all. Like the video on your way out.
Oh, but what I do, y'all can't sign with me.
DeMar DeRozan is too far. DeMar DeRozan is too far. DeMar DeRozan is too far. Andrew Wiggins clears DeMar. DeMar DeRozan is too far. DeMar DeRozan is too far.
Andrew Wiggins clears DeMar.
Like the video on your way out, please.
DeMar DeRozan was too far.
Andrew